exactly what I want to use yet, but I don't want to use it yet. Alright, listen. The thoughts and opinions expressed on the Staydownla podcast belong to me, K Stacks to P, and maybe whoever else got the nerve to pull up. This ain't for the overly sensitive, overly serious, or anybody looking to be offended on purpose. If you're mad, you might want to log off now. For everybody else, welcome to the Staydownla podcast. Let's talk our shit. Yes. What's the deal? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to everybody, wherever you guys are watching this at. Welcome one, welcome all. If you don't know, it's your boy K Stacks the P. Welcome back to another Staydownla podcast episode. This is officially episode 32. Yes, episode 32 of the Staydownla podcast. And if you know anything about the Staydownla podcast, we always start with a quick prayer and a quick moment of gratitude. So I just want to say thank you to Allah for waking me up today. Thank you to Allah for another day, another opportunity, another chance to be able to make a podcast. Thank Him for giving me the strength, for allowing me to be healthy, not to feel any issues with my body, not to feel any issues mentally, physically, spiritually. I feel healthy, I feel able. Thank you for everything that you're putting me through. Thank you for not putting me through anything that you know I can't handle. And thank you for overall, even when I am feeling down or I am feeling upset about anything, overall just always giving me another opportunity or something, showing me the light at the end of the tunnel, basically. Like showing me that, hey, it might be bad right now, but this badness is to lead to goodness, and this lesson is really going to show you something that you need to learn for later. And of course, shout out to all my angels, all my deceased relatives that I know are watching over me and protecting me and guiding me from the afterlife. Shout out to, of course, my grandma, both my grandmas on both my mom and my dad's side, my auntie Bosse, Latif's mom. Shout out to, of course, Latif. Shout out to, of course, Khalila. Shout out to, of course, Elliot. May you guys all rest in perfect peace. There doesn't go a day where I don't think about you guys. I love and appreciate and miss y'all. And thank you guys for always, just guiding me and protecting me. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, today is a very special day as well. This is, it is February 12th. So, happy birthday to Mashud. Happy birthday. A big birthday shout out to my little brother. It is my little brother's birthday. He turns 25 today. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? That little boy is like 2 years younger than me. But it's really trippy. You know what I'm saying? It's really trippy. But I'm so proud of that young man. Like, I'm not going to dox where he's at right now, but he's doing some, like, real grown man stuff right now. That boy out here, he traveling, man. And I'm just so happy to see him doing stuff like that. Because I was thinking, I was like, man, it's my little brother birthday coming up. I'm like, what we finna do? And he told me, I'm like, so what you finna do for your birthday? He's like, oh, I'm traveling. I'm like, oh shit, like, not even on some like, oh, like, I'm letting you know. Like, had I didn't ask, I would have just found out the day of. But because I asked, I at least had some type of heads up. But even when it came, I still was surprised because there was just one day during this week I just came home and he wasn't here, and I had to remember. I was like, oh shit, he did say he was traveling. And that boy was not kidding. I got his location, so I see exactly where he's at. And that shit was just really dope, you know what I'm saying? He's there with his girlfriend, and I'm just, I wish them a very safe and amazing trip, you know what I'm saying? He know what's up with me. He know he got my line. If they need anything, they, of course, can call me, you know what I'm saying? They should take a lot of pictures, and then just overall just have a good time, you know what I'm saying? Because you only turn 25 once, and you can only celebrate, like when you can do stuff like this, you're going to do it one time, so you might as well do it up, you feel me? But you can always travel, so it's not like this is the only time you can do stuff like this, so don't get me wrong. So definitely want to give a big shout out to Mashud, and a big shout out to my angels, and a big shout out to all you guys, everybody that supports, watches me, anybody that listens to my videos, anybody that watches my videos, watches my podcast, likes it, even just watches it, anything that you guys do that is in regards to the Staydownla podcast, to K-Stacks, to Caduce, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I am so grateful. I am so appreciative because you guys could be doing anything and you guys are deciding to come and fuck with me. So it makes me come and fuck with y'all. Even though y'all already know what's up with me. I'm going to do it regardless. So it just makes me feel even more better. It makes me feel better knowing that people fuck with the shit that I'm doing. So it makes you want to go harder. You know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, we have officially on the Staydownla YouTube channel, we have officially reached 100 subscribers. You gotta clap it up, man. That's all you guys. That's all of us. all of us, all the scorpions, we came together. Could you imagine 100 scorpions in one room? That's a lot of scorpions. And by scorpions, I don't mean the physical scorpion. I mean humans. Anybody that becomes a supporter and that joins the Staydownla collective, the Staydownla regimen, the regime, that joins the force, you are automatically a scorpion. So, welcome and shout out to all the scorpions out there. We have officially made it to 100 scorpions strong. We are 100 scorpions strong on YouTube. I don't really trip on the TikTok because on TikTok I feel like there was a lot of times where I wasn't taking my TikTok that seriously. Speaking of TikTok, I gotta make my TikTok for today. I wasn't taking it that seriously, so my followers, I don't think they're like a true representation. But I do have 482. I have 482 for followers on there, and then on Instagram. Sorry, y'all. I was replying to Mashid's message. LMAO. Mashid is actually 24, guys, so I had it wrong. Mashid is 24. So big 24 to Mashid. And then on the Staydownla Instagram, we got 82 followers on there. So YouTube, we doing our thing on there. I think it's a mixture of the podcast and the shorts. I think YouTube has been fucking with the shorts. So, you know, they definitely my most recent short, one of them got 2K. It was a shrimp and glizzy fried rice video that did pretty good on YouTube. But overall, like I said, I can't get into, of course, the details and stuff. But overall, I just wanted to say, just like I said, a big thank you. I'm so appreciative, bro. We got 100 total subscribers, so just so you guys know, there's no cap in my rap showing y'all this. If you guys want to see it, of course, make sure you guys come on Patreon, go on YouTube, so that way you can watch these videos, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't realize how many weeks has already passed since the first time I started recording the podcast, like visually. Like when I went to go upload the last episode, and that episode freaking took like a day and a half to upload on Patreon, a day to upload on YouTube. I don't know what was going on. I don't know, maybe it's because I was not focused on uploading it, but it just took forever to upload. So I'm not gonna let that be the case this time around. But I just noticed that like when I posted it on there, people was just fucking with it more. So I'm like, okay, cool, like, you know. And if you guys want to watch it, that's where, you know, you can go and watch it at. So with that being said, you feel me, we're gonna get right into these topics for this week. You guys already know how we're doing it now. Oh, what I was saying was, like, I was just surprised at how many videos I already had on there. Like when I was uploading the last video, that was the fourth video of visuals that I was uploading. So this right here is like 5. So I ain't gonna lie, we working, we doing our thing, and we making it happen. So I'm fucking with the visuals. I hope you guys are fucking with it. Shout out to Emmanuel. Shout out to E-Man Rage. Shout out to E-Man Rage. A big shout out to my nigga E-Man, because he seen the last episode and he commented on YouTube. So that right there, like, was like definitely another motivator. But you guys already know the deal. Let's see what we got on the table today. You feel me? I got my boy Naruto action figure straight from Japan. There's no cap in my rap. Small Goku. I think all of these, besides this one, besides the pop button thing, or what you want to call it, everything else is from Japan. So that's probably why your ass is falling down. Yeah, this Naruto, as cool as he is, he's very clumsy. So I got Naruto, I got Vegito, I got I guess you could say not young Goku, but like when Goku was like transformed back into a kid in Dragon Ball GT with the blue shirt, yellow pants. I got Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Vegeta, of course, with his blast hands. I got Gojo in a, I guess you could say, what type of fit is this? This is like the fit of, like, he's like an Australian. Like, this nigga looks like he's in the Aussies, and he's out here hunting for freaking for some animals and stuff. And he has eyes. Don't get it twisted. Like, they made sure to have the little band cover, but he also has eyes. Why did I find out recently? Apparently, the only reason why Gojo even has, like, I guess you could say, a band around his eye, or like a eye cover, was because the artist said it was tedious drawing his eyes all the time, so it just made it easier to make him have, basically like eye covers. And I love finding like interesting facts like that. And it's so funny. The other day I was thinking to myself, I said everything I do is an Easter egg. It's just honestly if you catch it, you feel me? So we're not gonna say too much about that. But we could say today's secret word is going to be Vegito. So yes, and then of course let's get into the fit check. You feel me? You know the vibes. Got this happiest place on earth, dark gray tee on, going. You feel me? Of course with the accessorizing. You know what I'm saying? You see the chains, you see the earrings, you see what's going on. Then I got the good coat sweats. You know what I'm saying? Something light. You know what I'm saying? Also like a dark gray. Let me give you guys pause a quick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what I did, but then of course I got the South Park, They Killed Kenny Crocs on as well. So something like, you feel me? Little comfy fit, little cozy fit. But now that we got the introductions out the way, and we're gonna keep it going like we did last episode, where I do the topics first, and then we're gonna do some of the weekly recaps more so near the end. So there's not really any movies or any TV show for me to talk about this week, as I didn't really have a time to really watch TV. I was kind of just on the move a lot this week, and then the free time that I did have, I was either doing homework or I was like taking a nap, resting. You know what I'm saying? Like this week I was not playing with my sleep, and it's paying off because I've been very productive in getting all the things that I want to get done, and overall, like I said, I feel like I just been good on my sleep. You know what I'm saying? I've been caught up and stuff. Like productivity wise, cool. It's just I haven't streamed at all this week. I haven't played no GTA, haven't played no Fortnite, and I know they got a good update today, so I know I'm definitely going to try to stream today. But I know definitely on the itinerary today, movie wise, because there is a good movie, or what looks to be a good movie, comes out today or tomorrow, or I guess you could say this week, because it depends. It depends on how you watch movies. You guys know me. I always watch movies the day before they're actually out. So for me, movies always come out on Thursdays. But somebody else, the movies they're not gonna come out till till Friday. So this is really a movie. Okay, there's actually a couple good movies out this week. It looks like. So they have Wuthering Heights with Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. Wuthering Heights. Yeah, I don't know how you guys do this English language. I'm more better with Nigerian. So that movie, I seen the trailer for that. That just looked like what they call those movies, those romantic fantasy novels. It looks like one of those just like come to life. Like the trailer looked very intense. Like it was definitely one of those trailers where I watched it, I was like, this is definitely for the ladies, and like it's for couples. You know what I'm saying? It's like let's read this synopsis, because I'm like, I don't want to sit here and act like I just know what it is. But it is a bold and original imagining of one of the greatest love stories of all time. Emerald Fennell's Wuthering Heights stars Margot Robbie as Kathy and Jacob Elordi. His last name is Elordi. So I'm thinking, right, if the middle is Lordy, okay, the middle of is Lord, and is the E silent? Elordi, right? As Heathcliff, whose forbidden passion for one another turns from romantic to intoxicating in an epic tale of lust, love, and madness. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of lust and madness in the trailer. I didn't see too much of the love though. It just, even looking at the times, like they got 340, 1015, 3. Like, this is, I guess this is the movie that they really want to get a lot of people to watch, because I tell you guys all the time about the movies. You could tell the movie that has a lot of investors behind it, or a lot of like, they're expecting a lot from a movie by how much they put, how many theaters or how many rooms are showing it in a theater. You know what I'm saying? So if the movie has a lot of show times, you could tell that they got a lot of money in that movie. So they also have dropped in this week, GOAT. That movie has been promoted like, because like I said, we don't just talk about stuff on here. I break shit down. We get to the educational side. There's a science behind everything. So if you just come in here for just quick, we gonna break it down. So the sales pitch for the movie GOAT, what I've noticed, or to me, has been Steph Curry being on it. I thought Steph Curry was the voice of the actual GOAT. It turns out the guy is the let me say his name, Caleb McLaughlin. Dang, it's funny. I usually be like, anytime I see people, they'll be like, dang, kudos, like, I'm like, you guys know how to say my name? But here I am, looking at these names, going like, yeah, how do y'all say y'all names? Because Gabrielle Union is in here, Stephen Curry, Caleb McLaughlin, and I'm going off of how it's spelled. It's McLaughlin. McLaughlin, Bobby Lee, Jennifer Hudson. Dang, this is a nice. I know those names, so this seems like a nice stacked cast. But what is the synopsis of this one? From Sony Pictures Animation, the studio behind Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and the artist that made K-pop Demon Hunters, comes GOAT, an original action comedy set in an all-animal world. The story follows Will, a small goat with big dreams who gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot to join the pros and play rollerball, a high-intensity, co-ed, full contact sport dominated by the fastest, fiercest animals in the world. Will's new teammates aren't thrilled about having a little goat on their roster, but Will is determined to revolutionize the sport and prove once and for all that smalls can ball. I don't know why I was about to put small animals can ball. But yeah, and that's what I've been seeing too recently. Like that matches the theme of the movie. It looks like a goat that is trying to basically be in a sport that's usually dominated by bigger animals, and his goal is to show him that, hey, I could ball too. And then, like I said, Caleb McLaughlin, sorry sir, Caleb, he's also in Stranger Things. He's the I don't want to say, because I don't want to say the black guy. That just sounds so bad. So he's the young brother on he's the young brother on Stranger Things. You feel me? So he's the voice of the GOAT. So it's funny because I feel like they could have low-key made him the sales point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like when I seen One Battle After Another, and they kind of like plastered. Let me not say plastered, because that sounds a little like disrespectful. But the way they like showed Tiana Taylor as if like she had, in my opinion, a more pivotal role. But the real sales point was like, what you call it? What's his name? What is this guy's name? Dang, I don't know how I'm forgetting his name right now. His name is escaping me, but One Battle After Another cast. Let's see, Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know how can I not remember that? Whatever. But yeah, how the sales point, like how they showed Tiana Taylor, like she had more, in my opinion, a more pivotal role, but the real sales point was really Leonardo DiCaprio. In this one, I thought they could have used Caleb McLaughlin because Stranger Things is pretty well known, so that's pretty cool. But I guess they were trying to show, like they said, like Steph Curry was a part of it and stuff, but it doesn't look like he's not the main character. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, you guys are putting Steph Curry like he's the main character, but y'all really just trying to grab people and get people to come in and watch the movie in the first place by saying Steph Curry's in it. I see what y'all doing. Y'all don't fool me. But this one has some pretty good movie times. Only got about 6, you know what I'm saying? So it's only going to be 2 rooms, it looks like. Well, I guess you can't really technically go off of that, because that's not really the way to look at it. But this one looks like it's not going too crazy. They're not putting too much money on it. But it's 1 hour 39 minutes, so I'll definitely watch it. Give a review on it. You know what I'm saying? I was looking forward to it, so I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to watch it anyway. But this is the movie that I really want to watch. Damn, 2 hours and 20 minutes? Damn. Crime 101. This one has Halle Berry, Chris Hemsworth. So, dang. Set against the sun-bleached grit of Los Angeles, Crime 101 weaves the tale of an elusive chef, an elusive thief, Chris Hemsworth, whose high-stakes heist unfolding along the iconic 101 freeway have mystified police. Oh, so it's called Crime 101 because he does a lot of crime on the 101 freeway. I don't know why, for some reason, when I heard that, as soon as I read that part, I instantly thought of GTA. You know, if you play Grand Theft Auto, right? There's a mission, Grand Theft Auto 5 in particular. There's a mission that you do, or let's just not get into the mission. On one of the highways, there's like a tunnel in the freeway that goes into like an underground area that leads into like the train station, that leads into like, you know, basically like an area through the freeway. I don't know why, when they said that just now, that he does on the 101 freeway, I thought of that. So, let's see. Let's see if that's what it's going to be. Like, let's see if he's going to be going on the freeway and there's going to be some giant hole on the freeway that the police don't know about. I don't know why. I just have a feeling like that's literally what I thought to myself when they said that. Because what are you talking about? So, he has whose high-stake heist unfolding along the iconic, you know me, and like I said, even though I might like the movie, but I always, y'all know me, I always keep it 100. When I read these synopses and I read these, you know what I'm saying, these titles of these movies, and I give you guys my before and after thoughts, I always got to keep it real. So that's what I thought of. I thought of GTA. I'm sorry. Have mystified police. When he eyes the score of a lifetime with hopes of this being his final job, his path collides with a disillusioned insurance broker, Halle Berry, who is facing her own crossroads, forcing the two to collaborate. Determined to crack the case, a relentless detective, Mark Ruffalo, Hulk, closes in on the operation, raising the stakes even higher. As the multi-million-dollar heist approaches, the line between hunter and hunted begins to blur, and all three are forced to confront the cost of their choices and the realization that there's no turning back. So what that tells me, because how does it go from now they're trying to find this guy? So basically, Chris Hemsworth in this movie, pretty much based on the synopsis, he's trying to get out the life of crime, or he's looking at his final job. He's been doing this for a long time, and he's like, you know what? I think it's time for me to do the last one, you know, on this Michael DeSanta type shit. But then his path collides with a disillusioned insurance broker. So maybe Halle Berry is somebody that does insurance for stolen items. So that might be how their paths collide, because maybe she's been having to go to all the places that he's stolen from. You know me, I'm quick to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might as well put me on the cast. Y'all might as well put me in the freaking rooms where you guys write these movies, because I come up with this shit too. So I'm guessing maybe she's like, goes there and is like, you know what? Like, for example, if someone took my Naruto limited edition Shippuden with Rasengan, multiple face, multiple hand action figure, this is priceless. So if an insurance broker was to try to come to me and like say, oh, like how much would I need? I'm gonna need that guy's life. I'm just kidding. But nah, I'm gonna need at least a band, because it has sentimental value, so this value goes up. So maybe that's what she's doing. Maybe that's what her goal is in here. So that's cool. And then it makes sense, Mark Ruffalo, you know, he's a detective, you know what I'm saying? But what if we find out that he's a corrupt detective? What if we find out that, I don't know why, something maybe, I guess I'm trying to guess what the twist is going to be. Because after I seen, what's that movie called? With the, and I just seen that movie too. I don't know how I'm forgetting these movies. And I have good memory. I think it's just, when something is just whatever, I just move it out of my head. And it wasn't even that this movie was whatever, but, your boy, I'll be honest, so I gotta keep my brain fresh and ready for these new topics and stuff. But Mercy, yes, the movie with Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. After seeing that one, I kind of want to try to guess, you know what I'm saying, the twist. And maybe the twist here is that Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo, maybe they're working together the whole time. Because, usually when there's multi-million dollars involved, police officers be ready to switch up, you feel me? So that's what I'm going to go see today. Crime 101. Or at least that's the plan. Because Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, I also seen that. And I also seen a trailer for it recently. And it looked kind of good. I'm not going to lie to you. See, this one, as I'm saying, you could tell. So we're going off of, like I said, if we're going off of what's the movie that if they're saying like, okay, where's everybody putting their money on? Everybody's putting their money on Wuthering Heights, because from all the movies that I just seen right now, my movie app, Wuthering Heights has the most showings with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 showings. GOAT has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 showings. Crime 101 has 4 showings. Sheesh, only 4 showings? And then Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die only has 4 showings too. So yeah, they don't really have much hope in the rest of these movies. At least in the last 3, I'm saying. And Cold Storage also has the guy that was in Stranger Things. Liam Neeson is in the movie too. I know I wasn't tripping. I don't know why they gonna hold me like this, bruh. Why would they put all these movies back to back to back to back to back like this? They didn't give me nothing. I'm talking about last week was such a dry spell. Such a dry spell. I didn't go see a movie last Thursday. And then on top of that, I couldn't even upload the video. And now this week they're giving me 1, 2, 3, 4 movies that I have to go see. The life of a reviewer. Man, dang it. I got a lot of movies to go watch. I'm so hurt. No, I'm not. But yeah, I'm definitely, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing Crime 101, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. But I'm definitely going to go see Cold Storage as well. Maybe Cold Storage, come see, come side. But I'm definitely going to go see GOAT. So make sure you guys follow me on all my platforms. Like I said, follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to me on YouTube. We just got to 100 subscribers. So follow me on YouTube if you're on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok if you're on TikTok. Let's just say these pages now. TikTok at KStacksDAP. YouTube at Staydownla. Because like I said, I want to make sure you guys could get these reviews before we do it here. YouTube review. The YouTube is Staydownla. And then Instagram is Staydownla_. So if you want to be able to watch any of the reviews, the spoiler-free reviews, so that way you should know if you want to go see the movie, period, that's where you should follow me on. But if you want to just hear the review where I give it raw and uncut and I say how I really felt about the movie, make sure to follow me on Spotify and Patreon and YouTube as well, because this podcast will be posted on there. So if you want the spoiler reviews, listen to the podcast. If you want the non-spoiler reviews, watch it on TikTok and everything else. So with that being said, what is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die about? And mind you, like I said, I recently just seen a commercial about this, so I didn't even know this was going to be coming out. But Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die follows a man, Sam Rockwell, claiming, interesting. Because, choices of words. Every word they use or any word they don't use matters. So you gotta take that into consideration. So, claiming to be from the future, who takes the patrons of an iconic Los Angeles diner hostage in search of unlikely recruits in a quest to save the world. And that's pretty much like what the trailer showed. The commercial I seen, he was just talking to some people in a diner and he was telling them like, hey yo, this is like the 20th or how many time I've been here and I'm still trying to look for some people that's gonna help me save the world. And I like that concept, because it's like, let's see it's like retrying, like let's see which trial and error and we'll see which one works, you feel me? And then the last movie is Cold Storage. When a mutating, highly contagious fungus escapes a sealed facility, 2 young employees, joined by a grizzled bioterror operative, must survive the wildest night shift ever to save humanity from extinction. I kind of didn't have that much hope on it at first, but I like it. That's a nice concept. So it's just one night, and then they're trying to stop this thing from spreading because it's clearly contagious. And then they got Joe, Carey, Georgina Campbell, and Liam Neeson. You know I'm going there for Liam Neeson. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. You guys see who's on the wall up there. I want you to pull my finger. But that's what we got for the movie. So next week's episode, definitely expect a lot of spoiler reviews. You feel me? So now we got that out the way, let's get straight into the topics for this week. So it's still Black History Month, so I definitely want to give a big shout out to a Black innovator, because that's the type of stuff we do on here. You know what I'm saying? We like to show appreciation and representation for the culture. And I have to be, like I said, transparent too. Like I said, as a Nigerian, I'm not trying to infiltrate the Black community's month. I'm just trying to be a part of it and show my, I guess, what do they say? Not consolidation, but like my partnership with you guys, because I seen a clip recently with that guy Deontay Keaton, and he was like, yeah, like he went into detail of what Black History Month was about and how it's an appreciation, and like it's pretty much just to highlight Black people and their role in America. And I want to make sure that that's my goal as well when I do that, because like I said, I'm not just trying to just join it on some Nigerian trying to be Black type stuff. Like, no, I appreciate y'all, and I also consider myself Black, so that's why I embrace it like it's my month as well. So now that I know that, though, like I said, I'm going to be more respectful of it and not just trying to be like, yeah, it's my month. Like, nah, this is definitely Black People's Month, African American People's Month. So I want to give that, like I said, I want to give that disclaimer before I did anything else. But yeah, smartphones, text messages, and cell phones are all built on technology Jesse Russell invented. He holds 60 plus patents and is known as father of 2G. So just wanted to give a shout out to Jesse Russell, as for a lot of the technology he's built. You feel me? Like they said, smartphones, text messages, and cell phones are all built on technology that he invented. So I want to give a big shout out to Jesse Russell. Thank you, sir. Because without you, you know what I'm saying, we probably wouldn't be texting and being on our phones like we are today. But tell me why Trump did some dumb shit recently, and he allegedly, right, on his Truth Social page, somebody had sent him something in relation to what he considered voter fraud. Like I said, you would think, like, I don't know, sometimes when I hear some of the shit that rich people be talking about, you would think that like this shit, like, niggas not really thinking like this, right? But if the president is over here like still, I guess you could say, butthurt about some votes from a year where he clearly lost, and he's really watching videos like trying to like, it's like one of those conspiracy videos where it's like, this proves that the votes were rigged. This proves that the votes were inaccurate. Like, he was watching a video like that, and in the video, there's a clip of another video that's like a parody on what they want to say the Lion King, where they have a whole bunch of Democrats and like basically a whole bunch of political figures and people affiliated with political figures, all on the heads of animals, and Donald Trump is like the lion or whatever. It's just really racist, pretty much. And the part that happens to be shown is the part where they have Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. They have their faces where they're being monkeys, and it's just so crazy because it's like, imagine your president. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine your president out here like engaging in like childish ass shit like that. All jokes aside, that's why I was just really thinking the other day. I was like, for me, sometimes I'd be like, dang, like, I'm trying to be more mature. I'm trying to be like, because I'm 26, so sometimes I'm like, dang, is my mindset and some of the stuff I do like, oh, it is trash day. Give me 1 second, y'all. movies is why I really enjoyed the movie Do the Right Thing. That quote really stuck with me. He really, the town drunk, you could call him the mayor, he really pulled Spike Lee to the side right after, like, beginning of the movie, really pulled Spike Lee to the side and was like, hey, Doc. And he was like, what, mayor? Always do the right thing. And he was like, that's it? And he was like, that's it. And I don't know why, but that shit really has stuck with me ever since I watched that movie. I think that's what we're going to call today's episode. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about life. Because, you know, you just got to always do the right thing. And I say that to say, because just now, I'm not saying maybe I would have still forgot, but had I woken up early, I would have had enough time to, like, combat what I just had to just go through. And I just think it's just funny because I'm just like, this week, that, like I said, has been a theme, but this week is like, Kudus, even if you don't feel like you have enough time to, or even if you feel like it's difficult, just do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I'll just be better off. You know what I'm saying? I'm just better off if I do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Even if I feel like, you know, as far as just overall, even if I feel like that's not what I want to do at the moment, you know what I'm saying? I'm just better off just doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying? As far as just taking accountability, being mature, and doing the right thing, so. And that's why it's funny, because like I said, hey, a young nigga like me, I know that, but we got a president that clearly doesn't know that, because as I was saying before I walked out, how is it that I feel like, because it might just be a generation thing. At this point, I think it's just a generation thing. How is it that I feel like the older generation, I'm gonna just be honest, they're able to act childish the older they are, while the younger generation are looked to act more mature the younger we are. Like, I just feel like they expect a lot more maturity from the younger generation that they don't exhibit, that they don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't show. Like, they don't be like these. Like I said, just overall think about it. I don't know. I just take it deep, I guess, in the sense of just like, you're the president, bro. Like, nigga, you're not making sure you posting the right thing, and your team is not making sure they posting the right thing. Like, nobody on the team could have just double checked and made sure, hey, let's fully watch this video from start to finish. Make sure there's nothing crazy. You guys are already looking crazy with the Epstein files. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that. Because Pam Bondi was over there crashing out. Crying, looking stupid. Trying to defend you. And you over here posting stuff. And I don't know, man. You know, I'm one of those guys that's like, maybe they are trying to distract us from something. But at this point, I don't think they're even trying to hide it no more. That's where I'm at. I'm just like, and I think that's the issue, is like, when they feel that emboldened to not even feel like they gotta hide it anymore, they could just show how they really feel. I think the issue is they can show how they really feel, yet they can still deny how it systemically has pushed us back. You know what I'm saying? Like, how it systemically affects us. Like, there's no way that society's the way it is, where black people are still underrepresented and undervalued, and black and brown people, and we have a literal president that's showing videos, just posting videos of, like, showing the old president being on the face of a monkey, and they didn't want to try to sit here and say, but nah, like, how we view black people doesn't affect you guys in any other way, in any other facet. That's cap. That's cap, because you literally have shit like this. If there's niggas making videos like this, how you gonna say race don't matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit just don't make no sense to me. So, pray for America. You know what I'm saying? Pray for America, because now we got people on his team doing stupid shit like lying under oath. So Pam Bondi was getting, I guess you could say, interviewed, and yeah, she made a mistake. She made a choice.
No evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one who asked that those files.
Let me claim my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please
stop the clock.
Stop the clock.
Legislation This is
time.
this is
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop the limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl
Done. There is no
raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes. Raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey.
So, man, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's really interesting. I'm really, like torn. I'm, like, not torn. What am I torn about? I'm really confused about where the landscape of America is going to be. Because if I'm being honest, I feel like Trump is the type of nigga that's like, man, if I'm going down, we are going down. Like, I feel like a lot of these niggas is like that. I feel a lot of these guys is really like, man, bro, if I'm finna be exposed, everybody's getting exposed. I'm finna expose the whole system. And I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? But I just wonder how, like, that's going to affect the American people, though. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas like that, like I said, it's just like with blue-collar crime. Like, these niggas are still millions of dollars and billions of dollars from, you know what I'm saying, companies. Niggas be stealing COVID money. And I'm not talking about PPP. I'm talking about, like, niggas that be trying to be on the side of the government that's trying to be on some, like, oh, yeah, we doing nonprofits. Man, they be stealing money and only doing a couple years. So I feel like that nigga Trump is on some shit like, man, I could do all this and I know I'll probably get, like, 3 years max. Get a pardon because who I am and shit, and I'll be good. Because I don't know, it's just like I feel like as someone that like probably like works for Trump, you probably are in a tough position. Like, imagine you know most people know right from wrong, and how this whole interview went. In my opinion, I feel like it's pretty obvious. Like, girl, like we asking you this stuff is because we know the answer to it already. And the fact that you still here trying your best to like really cap for this nigga is like sheesh. But it's like, who would she be to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like those Jubilee videos where like they're like, oh, because I've been seeing this one Jubilee video recently where it's this guy that destroys the Republicans and stuff. And like I said, I'm a Democrat. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't have like a side that I go for, but I won't sit here and lie and say it's not based on, just upbringing and stuff. So I still got to do more research about it. I just, like I said, I've definitely been one of those guys that's like, oh, I'm going to choose the lesser of the two evils. Or at least I feel like the person that at least ideals or aligns with my ideals better. And I feel like the Democrats do that. I don't know. I just thought it was obvious that, like, if a nigga like Trump got in presidency, shit was going to get fucked up. Like, the whole ICE thing, everything happening, it surprises me, but it doesn't surprise me in a sense of like, that's what he said he was going to do. So seeing everybody's like, I guess, shocked, it's just, I don't know. It's just one of those words, like I said, that it's like fake outrage. It's like, no, you guys are just mad because you thought it was going to affect you. And that's why even me, I'm trying to learn to be less selfless myself and be more like, like, how does that like view or like mindset like even get across to my stuff like that, Like I said, even I have some ignorant ideals that I have to get past, Even this whole Super Bowl thing is like kind of just showing that and stuff, so shit. So hey, like I said, shout out to Jesse Russell, but no shout out to Pam Bondi, because you can't be lying under oath. I'm sorry. No shout out to Donald Trump. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the U.S. government, you feel me? Because I guess I don't want to look like a nigga that's going against the government, but I ain't gonna lie. I was with Kamala. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of was. I didn't think I didn't think she was gonna win, but I didn't think she wasn't gonna win because she wasn't a good candidate. I thought she was gonna win because I thought niggas was like, I just knew niggas was hating like that. Is that weird, right? Is it that like? Because sometimes when you're talking to people, some people be like, oh, you know, in a perfect world, some things would be like this, but then they're like, well, let's talk about the real world. Isn't that weird though? That like we live in a society like that where it's like, shit that we kind of all kind of like underlyingly know or kind of like could on a surface level agree with. It's like, okay, this is how things should be running. This is how things should be going in a perfect world. Why don't we try to get like that then? Like, why do we let shit be how it is then? If we know in a perfect world, okay, everybody would have health care. Everybody have equal access to jobs. We wouldn't have racism. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wouldn't do this. People wouldn't do that. People wouldn't hurt people. People would be more understanding. If that's what we would have in a perfect world, let's just do that. Let's just start doing that. Because that's what even manifestation is even about. What do you envision your future self to be? The future Caduce that I envision myself to be is doing this. Making a podcast. Presenting himself. Making content. Having a good job. Having multiple sources of income. Having investments. Good at school. You know what I'm saying? Intellectual. You know what I'm saying? Smart. Always learning. Always seeking. You know what I'm saying? Always trying to add to my Rolodex of skills. Always trying to like increase my skill set. That's the type of person that I envision myself to be, right? For the future. That's what I'm working towards, right? Follow me. So I just start doing it now in this version of myself. Because that's what I want to be in the future version. I start doing that shit now because it's like, why can't I? If the future version of Caduce is confident, self-reliant, you know what I'm saying, smart, like I said, you know what I'm saying, could do all that, what part of me right now can't do that? And like what part of me can do that? Like if there's point of, like I said, if it's about saving money, okay, the future Caduce is well off, okay, how can I make myself more well off for the future? By saving money now, knowing where my money goes, being attentive with my money. If the future version of Caduce is smart, is intellectual, what can I do now? Study, do research, you know what I'm saying, be open to a change in knowledge, change in information, because I don't know everything. And that's why I try my best to, like I said, even on here, I don't really just try my best to just come on here and just spew nonsense. I really try my best to really just talk on the shit that I feel like, okay, aligns with me and I feel like I could like really dive into. But I say all that to say that just like, yeah, like we always be talking about in a perfect world, this would be what it be, but it's like, why don't we just start making shit be like a perfect world right now, So, food for thought, message. So, shout out to Lil Jon. This is like a sad story to me, I ain't gonna lie, because I don't, like, we just recently, at least I just recently seen Lil Jon win something at the Muscle Beach, Venice Beach thing. He just recently won the bodybuilding competition, but recently his son, Lil Jon's son, Nathan Smith, who's been missing for 3 days, this is 6 days ago, has been found dead. He reportedly ran out of his home on foot around 6 a.m. without a cell phone, and authorities described him as possibly disoriented and in need of help. And a body believed to be the rapper's Lil Jon's 27-year-old son was found near his Georgia home days after he was reported missing. I'm telling you, man, and I'm not going to say on some shit like Hollywood type shit. I'm just saying, like, that's how you really never know what's going on in people's home, because that to me sounds like something mentally was not all the way okay with him. But to pass away though, like, you went missing for a couple of days, and then and like I said, you guys know me. I keep it a buck on here. So when I hear stuff like that, I think, what I'm saying, I think movies, I think like TV, so I'm thinking, not think like that, but I'm thinking of art relating to life relating to art. You hear stuff like that, right? And it's usually like, okay, like there was some weird, suspicious stuff going on, but my brain is trying to think, maybe there really wasn't no like foul play, but that is still pretty interesting. Like, I wonder what happened. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like somebody commented, said this stuff like this like really highlights mental health struggles. You know, like I said, there's no follow up. This has been 6 days, so I'll definitely keep you guys posted. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to give, like I said, rest in peace to Nathan Smith. You know what I'm saying? And want to give, like I said, a big shout out to anybody going through or dealing with any mental health struggles. You know what I'm saying? You guys are not alone. Try your best to reach out to somebody, or you know what I'm saying. And if you can, as a person, and you feel like anybody around you might be going through stuff, just try to check on them. You know, like I try to do weekly checkups on my nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? Like any chance I get. Sometimes I forget, but I try my best to, like, whenever I can, be like, here. So, hold on, y'all. What is going on? Because I hope there's no way. You know, when you got a little brother, you gotta check sometimes what they doing on Uber Eats. Like I said, one of my little brothers is traveled. Right? So I know he shouldn't be doing nothing recently. But it just told me there was an order just now. Today. Never mind, no. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how this was paid for. This is so funny. Dang. What the heck? This is why I ain't gonna lie. What? What is going on? I don't want to read this out loud because I don't want to be weird. Oh, okay. I was worried for a second. I thought this. So, my little brother, I don't know if that's going to be, if I get in trouble for doing that, for saying that. But pretty much, he did an order, and I'm thinking the order was out here. So I'm thinking, like I said, I don't play about scams. I don't play about shit. So I'm thinking somebody was playing on my card or playing on my account. But he actually did an order for where he's at right now. So I was like, oh, okay, you cool. I thought it was Malik, because Malik also be ordering shit too. So I'm like, Malik, don't be trying to use my shit account when he's not here and stuff. So I'm thinking, but then when I seen the item, I'm like, Malik, why are you ordering this? But then when I seen where it was delivered to, I'm like, okay, this is my shit. So it's all good, y'all. You feel me? It's all good, y'all. But once again, shout out to Lil Jon. I pray for you in this trying times. You know what I'm saying? I pray that you get through this, and I pray that justice could be, in whatever shape or way, form, in this situation, could be found for this, because I don't know. And like I said, and then, you know, we're not really owed any information, but I hope we can find out too. Because at the end of the day, as long as he and the family can find out and they can be at peace, that's what matters. But I just want to talk about it because I just thought that was really interesting, you know. And then, like I said, just want to give a big, you know, as like I said, a psych major, I always want to highlight anything that goes with mental health. You feel me? So that way, people that listen to this could realize that, like I said, you guys are not alone. I'm always here. Comment on my shit, DM me. Hey, I'm always down to talk. I may not get that personal with you, but we could, you know what I'm saying? I'll help you out through your stuff. You feel me? So, man, so come to find out, y'all, if you guys know anything, if you guys are like in the California area, you know what I'm saying, the West Coast area, I think they have these in New York too. If I'm not mistaken. But have you ever heard of the Waymo car? The popular self-driving car company Waymo has been revealed to have people. Let's take our times with our English. The popular self-driving car company Waymo has been revealed to have been using people from the Philippines to remotely assist/steer their self-driving cars. They were grilled at a hearing before Congress this week. So yeah, and as that would lead you to believe, let's go and hear what they were grilled about.
Yes or no, does Waymo employ humans located remotely to help its vehicles navigate difficult driving scenarios?
Senator, they provide guidance. They do not remotely drive the vehicles. As you stated, Waymo asks for guidance in certain situations and gets an input, but the Waymo vehicle is always in charge of the dynamic driving task. So that is just one additional inputs.
But the human being helps the vehicle to navigate those difficult driving scenarios. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So are all of these human operators located in the United States? Are they all here?
No, we have some in the U.S. and some abroad.
So how does that break down? What percent are abroad?
Senator, I don't have that number for you. We can get back to you.
Is it a majority are abroad?
I just don't have that number.
Well, that's very curious that someone who's running the program has no idea how that workforce breaks down. It just seems kind of curious that you don't know that answer. But are some of these operators located outside the United States?
Yeah, some are located abroad.
Yeah, and so for me, that's fairly shocking. Waymo has critical safety employees who may need to intervene in a split second if a Waymo encounters an unknown dangerous situation located in the United States, but they are outside the United States. In what countries are these employees located?
The Philippines.
Jimmy?
The Philippines.
So they're in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Mr. Pena, that is completely unacceptable. And here's why. Having people overseas influencing American vehicles is a safety issue.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. America, racism, all that stuff. Just the idea. Like, you hear him? The reason that this is a problem is because people in the Philippines should not be taking care of stuff that's going on in America. And it's like, I guess as an American, I could agree, I could hear you out, but then as a person that's just like, okay, I'm just in the Philippines just trying to work a job, like, but because my issue with it, because I have an issue with this in a sense of just like, that's kind of awkward, like, and it's just false advertising. It's kind of, but then again, it's like, it kind of makes sense though. Like, did we really think all these Waymos were self-driving? I told you guys in, like, what episode was that? Early on in my podcast, you know what I'm saying, man, I feel like I can say that, you know what I'm saying? We episode 32, so I can say shit like that. You know, in my early episodes, when I was talking about how AI is getting too advanced, and you guys notice, like I said, I'm a tinfoil wearing nigga too, but I'm just realistic. You notice ever since I started talking about that shit, or ever since they came out with it, we haven't heard nothing about it. I have two theories. One, whenever I talk about stuff, I bring it to life. So, like, I feel like I've seen a video on this. It's like, whatever you focus on, that's what you get. So, whenever I'm not thinking about something, I notice that it's like it don't even exist. The moment I start thinking about it, that's when I get it. And I say that because I don't want to jump topics too early, but I guess I could say something else later. But pretty much I'm saying that, like, ever since I stopped talking, I feel like, about the AI robots, I haven't heard nothing about the AI robots. But remember, when the AI robots were first, or let me say the second thing, so whatever I focus on, I see, and then if I start thinking about something, I feel like I guess that was one thing. Sorry, I don't know why I said it was two things. It was one thing. But I feel like whatever I focus on, it comes to life. You know what I'm saying? On some manifestation type shit. But with outer source things too. But not even on some just like, you know, because Young Thug was like, oh, you know, it was funny. It was like, you know, when you start seeing a car, when you look at a car, like a Honda, and you start seeing a whole bunch of Hondas, and then somebody was like, well, that's only because you just start paying attention to it more. I don't feel like what I'm saying is on shit like that where it's like, oh, I'm paying attention to it more. My mind is always paying attention to stuff. Like, I'm quick to see something and reference it. So the fact that, like I said, I'm always in the back of my mind remembering, whatever happened to those AI robots? Like, I'll think about it, and like, I won't see it until I say something, you know. And I just thought that was just interesting. But I say that to say that when they came out with those AI robots, what did they say with those AI robots? Hey, these are automatic robots, but right now we have people in the office, in our remote office or in our headquarters, they're going to be the ones operating them for now till they learn how to operate themselves. And not gonna lie, that's what I'm saying, I'm not tripping. They said that's supposed to come out in 2026. Like, they were already doing pre-orders. I ain't heard nobody talk about the pre-orders. So I'll look into it again. AOE AI robot that they said, yeah, we're gonna have the kids, or not kids, they're gonna have the people operating them at the office, and then eventually you'll be able to do it by themselves. Nah, that's creepy. I say that to say that's what I should have knew was Waymo. They got people driving them because, like, let's just be honest, a robot could only drive good for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in LA. If you guys know anything about LA drivers, I don't know how the Waymo survived. I don't know, cause there has been accidents and stuff, but I don't know how they've been going for so long anyway, because it's difficult out here. So I commend them. But to find out you guys got people in the Philippines driving the cars, that's funny. Like I said, they probably would have gave y'all a pass if the niggas was out here. But to the point of just money over people over profit, they would much rather do the cheap route, and the cheap, and in the sense of the cheap or more profitable route, which is outsource the AI, outsource the assistants. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could have probably 100 niggas in the Philippines and pay them all $100 each, rather than having to have 50 people in America and then probably have to pay them $200 each. You know, taxes, money difference. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I mean, but I mean, it makes sense. If you're gonna be operating a remote car, you should get paid your fair share. But it sucks because I guess when you outsource it, you could pay cheaper. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I want to make my clothes, I ain't gonna lie, I look-key wanna, in all my businesses, I want to be a part of the operations team, because I don't want to just be the nigga that's just like, okay, yeah, let's just outsource it. Like, let me see how difficult this it is. Like, is it something that, like, okay, if somebody was to be like, oh, Caduce, I should be paid $25 an hour, is it something that I'm like, nah, bro, nah? Or is it something I'm like, nah, actually, I've done it myself, and I've operated myself. Yeah, you should get paid that much money, you know? Because if that's the case, like I said, we just got to scale the business correct. Or I just be the only employee. Y'all know me. If it come to that money, and it comes to, hey, you know what I'm saying? The reason niggas be going broke so fast when they do get a lot of money is because they have a lot of mouths to feed. I'll just keep it to the family. I'll keep it to people that I know gonna help me out. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna expect too much from it. You feel me? But let's continue to hear it.
Information the operators receive could be out of date. It could introduce tremendous cybersecurity vulnerabilities. We don't know if these people have U.S. driver's licenses. And let's not forget, Waymo is trying to replace the jobs of hardworking taxi and rideshare drivers. And now you're saying that of the human beings, the human jobs that remain in the system, you're shipping those jobs overseas. It's one thing when a taxi is...
He kind of was cooking, but he wasn't cooking all the way there. Like I said, he has some points with it being a cybersecurity issue, and maybe, you know, being some data information, because you're right, how accurate, like, you would have to have some fire ass internet to, like, be able to, like, see what's going on live in America and stream it live in the Philippines, where it's like, okay, like, for example, Waymo is having an issue, someone's in the car, hey, operator, I need some help. It has to be, the response time has to be fast. So I could agree with that. Cybersecurity issue, yes, because, you know, shout out to Mariah. Imagine having a hub or like a cloud, you know what I'm saying, and then just, you know, it'll just be vulnerable, being that it's so far away, you know what I'm saying, and you're gonna have to have a central place where you could have the information being transferred to. So I could see that could definitely be a cybersecurity issue for sure. And then, of course, like I said earlier, you know, it just trying to take jobs. If, like, the goal of it is to be cheaper, and you're advertising as, hey, this is a selfless driving, this is a personless driving car, like, this don't need no person, but the whole time you have niggas driving, they're just, like I said, in a different state or different country. You know what I'm saying? That is weird. That is weird. That's false advertising. That's false flagging. That's false flagging. So, shout out to Waymo, but y'all need to stop having them niggas be driven by niggas in the Philippines. Get some American drivers, you know what I'm saying? That would be hard. Imagine, put a VR and you just drive in all day. That's what I imagine they probably have the niggas doing, you know? Ain't no way to have, like, full-on, like, real-life driving system. Like, come on now. So, the Chipotle CEO, I ain't gonna lie, this is, you know, I know we're supposed to be boycotting Target, but I still be going, y'all. I'm sorry. But we might have to boycott. We might have to boycott Chipotle after this one, because the CEO says that 60% of its users make over $100,000 in income. So because of that, he's considering raising the prices. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is when, and I mean this literally and figuratively. This is what they mean when they say you got too much dip on your chip. You feel me? You got too much guap on your talk. You know what I'm saying? Because what are you talking about? Why are you, first of all, why are you looking into how much money your customers are making? I guess I can answer my own question. Maybe because you want to just know how much you should be charging niggas. But the fact that 60%, it don't matter how many, man, I guess, because I'm trying to think, if I was a business person, I am a business person, right? If I was to think, if I ran Chipotle, what would be my goal or the point of me looking into the people that how much money they make, right? Okay, cool. And I'm gonna play, because he has audio of him actually talking about it on the phone, because it was like a earnings call. If you guys don't know what an earnings call is, every quarter or every couple, whatever, depending on the company, they have these phone calls which are actually public. So this is public information. We all have the right to be able to listen to these calls, but they pretty much come and talk about how much money they made. And let me, because like I said, as smart as I am, I want to be sure I get this information right. What is it? Yeah, exactly. It's a earnings calendar. So, granted, this is based on Wikipedia. I'll be honest. An earnings call is a teleconference or webcast in which a public company discusses its financial results for a reporting period, often providing earnings guidance for future performance. The term stems from earnings per share (EPS), calculated as net income, the bottom line from the income statement divided by shares outstanding. Earnings calls typically accompany a press release summarizing the results and are often paired with mandatory filings under local securities laws. These calls are a key mechanism for companies worldwide to communicate financial health and strategy to investors, financial analysts, and stakeholders, with practices varying by region and regulatory framework. Alright, so of course, like I said, pretty much they have to publicly, they don't have, I guess they have to, right? Yeah, because against the law, they have to come and tell us as a possible investors, it's really for the investors, financial analysts, and the stakeholders to be more transparent with them and say like, hey guys, my name is the Caduce Company. Like I said, let's say Mashud and Malik are my investors. Hey, Mashud and Malik, this quarter we made 20K, 10K or 5K went to advertising, 2K went to shipping, the next quarter we plan on doubling our net, our gross, or we plan on downsizing in this aspect. We plan on, increasing this. We notice that the customers appreciate this. Like, they basically like come up and discuss the strategy of like what they've been doing good, what they've been doing wrong, what they're going to be doing going forward, and it's overall just a reflection of that. And I just find it interesting that in this earning call, you're telling me the Chipotle owner was like, hey y'all, man, these niggas making too much money. We need to increase the price on their ass. Whoa. Stop. Wait a minute. This is why I love Panda Express. I told you guys already. Panda Express. Get at your boy Caduce. I'm not of Asian descent, but I fuck with Chinese food. So I'll really fuck with the Panda Express, because I'll really be forgetting that there's places consistently trying to increase their prices, and then there's places like Panda Express, even places like Chipotle, because it technically is, at least what I get. I usually get a Chipotle. When I go to Chipotle, I get like a quesadilla. Let's say at most if I get steak, I don't really get that. I only get chicken. The honey chicken, fire. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Chipotle. I usually only get the steak, I usually only get the chicken quesadilla. It usually be like $13, rounded up. when I go to Panda Express, give me the plate, orange chicken, double orange chicken chow mein, or orange chicken Beijing beef chow mein, $13. That right there, and I know, right? Like, even that is still maybe, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's reasonable. That's reasonable because some of my hood Chinese spots, the hood Chinese spot I went to, is low-key like 15 now. I ain't gonna lie, they low-key be taxing me. But yeah, I feel like Panda Express is still reasonably priced. So for Chipotle, that's $13 to now, in my opinion, like I said, that's already $13. But I'm getting a quesadilla. You talking about raising your price? What are you gonna raise it to? $15? $14? Come on, fool. Come on, gang. Like, I don't know. Like, I just be trying to look at what landscape these guys are looking at. Because for you guys to say that over 60% of your customers are making 100,000, what data were you guys looking at? You know what I'm saying? And then so what? Like, I don't think that means y'all. I think that means that you guys are, like, look at it like this. You guys are so reasonably priced that even the rich niggas still come and eat at y'all place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's good. That's good. So that means y'all should keep the price how it is. But let's hear how he talks about it.
Yep. Users are over $100,000.
Computer act.
We learned that 60% of our core users are over $100,000 a year in income, in average household income. That gives us confidence that we can lean into that group in a more meaningful way, whether it's the solo occasion and or group occasions, to really drive meaningful transaction performance in the year. We learned that 60% of our core users.
So he's pretty much saying that, because that was such a short clip, but I guess they're going to try to, in a sense, put more pressure. You know, of course, you're not going to say that, but put more pressure on the people that can afford to buy or pay extra. But that's going to end up putting pressure on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So basically, they're like, we're going to increase the price because we know that the people that can afford it, even if they do come once in a while, it'll be more worthwhile because they might spend more in that one time and in that group occasion. And if it does weed out the people that can afford to spend it as much, it'll be okay because they can basically bank on the people that make over 100K a year, because they'll make more money off of their single or group transactions, whereas my little $13 single is probably not gonna make as much as like the 100K owner or the 100K maker that's probably like coming in is probably like getting like, let's get 5 quesadillas, let's get 5 this. Like, whereas I'm spending $13 per visit, they might spend $40 per visit. So I guess that's their goal. But like I said, you're giving yourself a lot of credit for how often you think they're gonna come and shop. I haven't went to Chipotle in a while, and that's just because, like I said, I just looked at the menu and I just been like, damn, is this something I can't make at home? I've just been doing that with everywhere though. I ain't gonna lie, it hasn't just been Chipotle. I've been looking at all the restaurants that I frequent. I'm like, can I make this at home? And if I can make it at home, let me go make it at home instead of spending it. So that way, at least if I do go get it, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I still get fast food, still eat out, but I'm not doing it as much. You feel me? And then in a way, you know, it allows me to stretch the food longer. Because when you get groceries, it could last you way longer than when you buy it single. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to Chipotle. Like I said, I'm not agreeing with that. I ain't gonna lie. If Chipotle starts to try to increase the prices, I'm definitely gonna be against that. You feel me? So on last week's episode, I was talking about how the Cherie Shepherd show was reportedly canceled, and I told you I thought that was suspicious because it's like anytime they say a show is canceled, it's like that sounds to me like the person that was on the show wanted to keep going, but there was like some outer sources that said that nah, the sources, the power that be, that said nah, we gotta cancel the show. And it comes out to see that Cherie Shepherd actually has some comments. I did not say so.
This is a hard morning for all of us here at Sherry. And I know that you have seen the news, and I'm ready to address it. Our show has not been renewed for another season. And I want to say to y'all, everybody, y'all try not to faint or fall out, because healthcare is expensive and none of us have it anymore. So y'all don't fall out. But I have to say, thinking about it, I'm truly overwhelmed by the outpouring of love that I have received from all of you.
Dang, she
everybody
looks
on
sad.
social media, to people who stop me in the store and still talk to me despite me not having a wig on. They still talk to me. From the emails and the texts, the messages, I feel every bit of the love that you've been sending to me. And thank you so much. And this is a hard morning. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for welcoming me into your homes every single day. I want to thank you for laughing and crying with us. Thank you for supporting my unhealthy obsession with Lenny Kravitz. But I got to tell you, when I first started, the show was built on one thing.
Okay, because I don't, you guys know I can't play too much or else I'm gonna get copyrighted. But yes, shout out to Sherry Shepherd. I really do hope her show, could get renewed, because that's what happened. I guess they didn't get renewed, and that's so crazy. You gotta get renewed. It's like renewing your lease, renewing, like, I don't know too much about leases. I don't rent, you know what I'm saying? Stay with the parents, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad. But yeah, like, dang, that's so crazy. I don't know. What do you do with that? Like, what do you do, like, when you want to get renewed and they don't renew you? Like, I wonder what their reasoning behind it is, because she did make the joke. Like I said, I'm really convinced now. Every time I listen or hear a joke that sounds a little depressing, I'm like, there's some truth behind it. Like, ever since I heard that song by J. Cole, all good jokes contain true shit. I think that now, and I take that very deeply, because she was like, yeah, y'all don't fall out because we don't have no insurance. Maybe it's too expensive. Follow me. Maybe the overhead was not matching the underhead. The money they were investing into the show wasn't matching the amount of money they were making off the show. And I'm not saying that that's fair, because in reality it's not. But a lot of these companies, you know what I'm saying, they don't, if it's not making no money for them, they could care less about how good it is. We said the same thing. I said the same thing about the Vince Staples show. I feel like that show should at least have 4 seasons. Regardless of if the viewership is like super high or not, the originality, the potential that show has, that could be a cult classic for sure. Like, with enough time and enough trial and error, I feel like Vince Staples could become, like, the Vince Staples show could have become like a household name. And that's just, like I said, in my opinion, of maybe I just feel it was Vince Staples a lot. It's just, how we gonna know? We never tried. If every time a new TV show comes out, or a new movie, or new this comes out, and if the I guess the reaction from the audience isn't 10 out of 10 already, and we just canceling it, how are we ever going to get a chance to really see the show become something? Like, but maybe I guess back in the day, shows were just breakout hits from the start, that they just knew, like, yeah, we could do 10 seasons of this, we could do 10, like, maybe we just had a different time. But I just feel like it's kind of just more difficult now with the internet, with everything. I say this all the time, or I started saying it now recently just because I've been seeing it. It's so hard to be new now. It's so hard to, like, really have an original idea, because everybody's doing something. That's why, for me, like I said, I'm trying my best. Every day, every time, anytime I present myself, anytime I see something, I try to be humble. I try to be grateful, because you never know. You can't never try to just think you just know better than everybody. You can't just be thinking that you know the best. Even though, like I said, I be on my podcast popping my shit. It's just all, y'all know this shit, all entertainment, my nigga. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I got to add a little spice. I got to add a little flair. But I do not be thinking I'm better than anybody. Like I said, I try my best to be as humble and as ready to learn as anyone else, because it's hard out here. It's hard to be original. It's hard to, like, you know what I'm saying, break out and stuff. And y'all hear me. We just got to 100 subs, man. Your boy been trying. We've been doing it. So, like, with me, and I guess I say that to say with the Vince Staples show, I feel like it might be just one of those things where it's like, hopefully Vince Staples believes in his craft enough to where he's like, you know what, fuck that. I don't need Netflix. I'm just invested in it myself. Because, like I said, sometimes you see with me, you got to just invest in yourself and just say, fuck it. Hey, I know I'm probably not going to have, you know what I'm saying, not to say you can't get it, but it might not, the deals might not come right now. am I going to be willing to wait for the deals to come before I present my product, or am I going to present my products and then let the deals come in and just upgrade it? Like, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be on some shit where it's like, y'all see a nigga from the ground up, and then y'all literally see me increase in value, increase in like how my shit goes. Like, I was just talking to someone recently about how, like, yeah, like, I'm not tripping if I don't make no money off of this shit. I'm still gonna do it because, like I said, that's why I'm trying to get a good job. That's why I go to school and stuff like that, because I really want to be able to do this in my image. I don't want to be dependent on, like, oh, we put a lot of money behind this, so we need to see how we want it to be. It's like, no, you guys put a lot of money behind it because you believe in me. So keep believing in me, and I'm gonna keep presenting the product that is what it's supposed to be. So shout out to Sherry Shepherd, and I prayed that her show could come back because, you know, she deserves that. I mean, black women deserves to have her shit get presented on TV. This nigga Cavalicular got arrested, and then the charges were dropped. You know, just another example of white privilege. I don't know. Like I said, this streaming world should just be weird. I just at first, because I guess, like I said, from my ego mind, I seen a nigga like him, and I was like, this is who y'all be platforming? Like, this is really what people really be watching? But then I'm telling you, it just goes back to that whole race thing of just like, I think he's just what niggas envision to be like a nigga, I guess, to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm telling you, niggas is just, because that's what I feel like. People platform who they see themselves in. People, like I said, be loving to talk shit about, oh, Sexy Red, you know, shout out to Sexy Red. People want to get mad at her because she recently did a snippet for a remix to Beat It. But how quick people forget. And mind you, I'm only 26. How am I 26 and I know this? And I made sure I didn't comment this shit on no videos. But let's say Beat It remixes. Beat It remix. Just Eat It. Pretty much, there's already parodies of Michael Jackson's Eat It. And apparently, unless I'm wrong, Michael Jackson was cool with it. Like, so the way that they were trying to get on her was so weird. Just Eat It, Word Out. Yeah.
Over 25
I don't gotta play the song. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. Sexy Red is not the first to try to do it, but the way that they're trying to like get mad at her is so funny to me. And like I said, it ties into my other thing about Clavicular. Y'all platform the people y'all see yourselves in and then try to like judge them. But it's like y'all giving them the platform. Y'all making them famous. I don't know. I guess because even me, this is about to turn weird. Even me, when it comes to like this freaky shit, I'll be on the internet sometimes. I'll be seeing people do some nasty stuff. Like, y'all are so nasty. Y'all are so naughty for like presenting yourselves like so sexually. You know what I'm saying, and shit like that. But I'm as nasty as they come. I'm a freak. I'm eat it. Like when it comes to intimacy, like sexual shit, I know I take it there. But when I'm not in that mindset, I'm so judgmental of it. So I'll be having to check myself on that shit too. I'm like, dang, Kadu's like, you know, in the sense, like I said, I'm judging because, like, you know what I'm saying, people doing freaky shit in public. If you're doing freaky shit in the privacy of your home, do it. But it's just, I guess, sometimes when I do see it, I'll just be like, how could someone be so, like, you guys are so nasty. How could you be so nasty? And I'm like, nah, not me. Give me some Don Julio little mini things. You know what I'm saying? Give me a honey pack. I'm taking her down too. No cap. Me and my shorty be going crazy too. So you know what I'm saying? So I said that to say that, yeah, like, I'm judging Clavicular, but clearly there's an audience that see themselves in him. We don't get it, y'all. I'm psychologically, I'm trying to understand it because I feel like that. I'm telling you, it's like the blue pill niggas. The fact that y'all platforming these niggas, that's the real reflection of America. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Donald Trump became president is a reflection of America. That's what Americans see themselves in. Simple as that. now, because the, you know what I'm saying, the nigga that y'all see yourselves in is a little bit more really into this shit more than y'all don't like it. But in reality, the nigga already told y'all who he was. That's why sometimes, like I said, when I see curricular shit and I see shit, like I said, that I don't align with and I want to comment, I always have to check myself, because it's like, dudes, if this is not for you, don't engage with it. Don't even talk about it. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? Because you're giving it energy. The audience that is meant for they're doing their thing. But those same people, you guys cannot come around and be trying to be on some, why is this person this? Why is this person that? It's like, no, nigga, this y'all nigga. This your mans. This your mans. Stand beside him. And America, Donald Trump, that's your mans. Stand beside him. Stand beside him. The good, the bad, the ugly. Hey, man. That's why, like I said, sometimes I try to get realistic. Because sometimes I be like, man, I want to be the best business person ever. I want to be the best this. But then I'm like I said, I don't want to be the type of person that's willing to, like, snake people in the back, cheat people, do stuff like that. So I realistic and I comprise my goals to be more attainable in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being on some shit where it's like, we're going to be making $1 million a year, man, if we can make a nice $500K and it's in a sense of like a good $500K, I'm cool with that. But if I'm doing $1 million a year and I'm cutting corners, I'm cheating people, I don't want that. You feel me? So I say that to say that, like, yeah, man, hey, clavicular, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Be careful out there, because you out here in Arizona with the fake ID. I don't know what you're doing. But hey, like I said, America loves white people, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they represent, because this nigga's charges got dropped. The charges got dropped. Why? Because they didn't feel like they would, like, quite literally, they said the charges got dropped because they didn't think that he would get convicted for it. And I was like, they could say that. Like, niggas could say, you know, we're going to just drop the charges because we don't feel like this shit just gonna work. Like, free all my niggas then. If that's the case, drop the charges for White and Melly. Like, there's been a lot of times where they've been like, you know what, we don't think that this is gonna work. And I know that's a crazy ass connection, but it's just like, if you guys could just literally say that, yeah, we're gonna drop some charges because we just don't feel like we could convict them. Man, I wish more people got that treatment. You feel me? Whew. But I also wanted to talk about this, the Corey Holcomb thing. I thought it was so funny, man, and it's so crazy how you could go from shouting a nigga out to seeing the true colors of a nigga. In a sense of, I just, like 2 episodes ago, I was just shouting Corey Holcomb out, saying how I appreciated his insight or his comments on how, like, because he was saying how to be popular in Hollywood, or anybody that's in Hollywood, you have to be wicked. You have to be down with the wickedness. And he was saying, like, yeah, I'm not down with the wickedness. That's what it is. But, you know, sometimes, you know, when they say the worst person you know just said the realest shit, that might have just been the case of that, because when he said that, like I said, to me, I agree. I feel like, you know, I know we, as a religious person, we quick to say devil, but, like, you know, the devil comes in different ways, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like recently I've been seeing a lot of just, like, hearing about, like, yeah, like, if the devil's gonna come to you, it's not gonna come to you as a demon, it's gonna come to you as a regular person, it's gonna come to you as the thing that you like the most, lust, money, whatever. That's why you gotta be able to be, that's why, like I said, I have to be able to be grateful for what I have now and appreciative for what I have now, so much so, like, to the point where it's like, nigga, like I said, like, if this is it, I'm okay. If 100 subscribers is all I get for the rest of my life, I'm chilling. So that way, if I do get it, I'm even more grateful. Like, if I do get 101, I'm even more happy, because it's like, what? I just thought I was only gonna have 100, but now I'm having 101. Come on, bro. So I say that to say, he made it seem as if, like, yeah, like, oh, I'm not down with this wickedness, so that's why I did it. Shit like this not going for me. But nigga, there was a video released, and I don't know, maybe I don't come on here and say it too much. I don't fuck with putting hands on women. I'm sorry, call me a bitch, whatever you want to call me. I don't feel like I gotta beat a woman. And I'm saying this as even in scenarios where I think to myself, dang, what if this girl really did some like super duper foul shit? I might just have to just like I said, I might just be a punk, cause I'm gonna just walk away. I don't the regret I'm gonna feel immediately after, like the post. I know that's. I know, because what I'm about to say is gonna sound nasty, but the post nut clarity is gonna hit too hard for me. Then I'm not gonna be able to feel good about myself. Like in Rudo in Gotcha Gucha, when he freaking hit that girl, and then they was like, bro, why you hit her? And the nigga felt shitty as fuck. That's me. I don't think I could ever put my hands on a woman because I'ma just feel so terrible after. Even if she's wrong, I'ma just feel bad. I'm just like, dang, Caduce, you let yourself like. You lost control. Like that's how I took it. I'm like, it's not really a reflection on her. I feel like it's a reflection on myself. It's like you couldn't control your emotions. You couldn't control your anger. You had to get out of character. That you had to put your hands on her. Come on, fool. Like I said, a woman's coming at you with a weapon. Hey, gang, do what you gotta do. You gotta survive. But if if it's fist to fist, why are you about to? You really about to punch? That's I'm like. Anytime I see those videos where niggas hitting a girl, I'm like, you must really hate her. Like, I'm not even on some shit. You must really be mad at her. You must really not like her. Nigga, you must really hate her. Because women are inherently beautiful. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, sorry ladies, because I know you guys don't want us to say to objectify you guys. And you guys are delicate. So I don't want to say you guys are delicate in a derogatory way. I meant delicate in the sense of like, you guys are more precious. You know what I'm saying? Like how you guys are coming across. A nigga can get hit. You know what I'm saying? We got the body structure. A girl, you punch a girl in the face, like, you fucked up, I ain't gonna lie. You fucked up. Like, you really trying to, like, make her ugly. You trying to make her like you again. You fucked up, my nigga. You fucked up. I just, like I said, I don't know. So, when I seen the clip, so I say all that to say that when I seen Corey Holcomb in that clip put his hands in that woman's face, and it didn't look like she did anything. It looked like it was just them talking. I'm like, bro, I can't side with you, gang. If any of my homies, bro, real talk, any of my homies, like, they put their hands on a girl, and it's like I said, not for no extraneous reason where it's like they were protecting themselves, I can't side beside y'all because I'm going to side beside you from a distance. Like, I'm going to be like, okay, I hear you out, but we're going to agree to disagree. Because I can't respect you, gang. Because it's like, come on, fool. Like, especially because imagine the retaliation. Like, I'd be thinking like, man, because I'm like, I have a sister. If somebody put my hands on my sister, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why even make a nigga gotta do it there? Why even maybe you gotta do all that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why even take it there? So just, if you want to fight, if she made you mad, come squabble with me then. Let's get it down. You know what I'm saying? Ask her, like, you got some brothers? On me, let's see about it. You got a father? On me, because, or just, I don't know, punch a bag. Like, just because, I'm telling you, like I said in one of the podcast episodes, the retaliation, like, the way you hurt a woman is never going to be the way they hurt you. So you might as well just accept that. So don't ever try to hurt them the way they hurt you. So, like, just accept the fact that, hey, she hurt your feelings, it's going to hurt way different than you hurt her feelings. And you're not going to be able to make her feel the way you felt, like, in that pain moment. Just accept that, my nigga. I'm telling you. Wallahi. You're not going to ever make her feel the way you felt. So you just accept that. Especially as a man, especially as a real nigga. That nigga has that shows up, that provides, that really, like, is a stand-up guy. They just not going to ever get it. You know what I'm saying? So if a girl does hurt your feelings, just take it. But don't try to, like, go physical with her and shit like that. So that was just some real advice. Back to the Corey Holcomb shit. He's an idiot. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, you're a head ass because, and you're not a head ass because, you know, of you just hitting a woman. You're a head ass because you knew you did what you did. That's what, like I said, because as a nigga that's been where I've been, I try not my best. Like I said, if you gotta live a life of crime, like I said, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Those are street codes, and those are codes that I'm just not gonna align with, so I'm not gonna speak on that. But if you on some shit where it's like, You're not a street nigga. You just a regular, happy-go-lucky guy. You're a person that abides by the law. You should know, just reasonably speaking, cameras. Hey, it's like me. If I run a red light and there's a red light camera, I'm not gonna go around telling everybody I did not run that camera. I did not run that red light. I did not do that. Like, oh God, I didn't do that. And there's full clear footage, full 4K footage of me running that red light. This nigga Corey Holcomb was going around talking about he was on his platform talking about there's a new girl, man, and I'm telling you, that's why I don't trust nobody. I told you guys, I'm a psych major. I don't trust off what niggas be saying. If anybody, and I need to start clipping, because some of this, I be dropping gems on my podcast, I ain't gonna lie. But you can clip this, anybody that's talking to me. I don't believe nothing y'all saying till I see the behavior. I'm gonna just be honest. Besides my peoples, you know what I'm saying, people that I just know like this, and you know, people, because there's people in my life that's like, I just know that they just be talking, so it's like, yeah, you do what you want to do. If you coming up to me and you on some shit like, hey, I'm this, that, and the third, and I'm trying this, but then your behavior shows complete opposite, I'm going to go off of your behavior. I'm always going to go off your behavior. So, with Corey Holcomb, in the sense of just like, the fact that he could lie so boldly and so like proudly on your own platform and really be on some shit like, this lady out here is lying on me, saying I put my hands on her, and I'm about to take her to court, and and I got all this evidence to show. That is scary. That is scary as fuck, bro. I'm talking about like, that's like serial killer levels of like scary, because that's the type of shit them niggas be on. They would dismember somebody and then really come and talk to in court and be like, I didn't do that. Bro, I went to work and then I went home. Nigga, no, you went to work. You left work early. You changed your clothes. You got in your car, took the license plate off the car, followed this young lady home, did what you did to this young lady, then came back to work, changed, then you finished your shift, and then you went home. Like, that's always so scary to me when I be watching those documentaries of these people be doing these like heinous crimes, and the fact that they be so quick to really just like really stare at the camera, stare at the police officer and be like, I didn't do that, bro. You think I would hurt my wife? Nigga, if we didn't have you on footage saying that you hurt your wife, you wouldn't tell us that you hurt your wife. So that's why for me, like I said, I respect the nigga that's like, bro, that's why I don't do no crime, because I'm gonna have to, nigga, man, it's hard for me to lie to girls, man. It's hard for me to lie, man. It's hard for me to lie to my parents, man. Y'all know what I be lying about. Y'all know I be, you know what I'm saying? So I be, even that, it be breaking my heart. It break my heart to be like, Pops, I'm not doing this, but I am doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that alone is already a lot for me. But to really be out here living a lie, like that's like me telling everybody, yeah, y'all, I be in the gym 3 times a week, and I be working out 2 times a week outside, and I don't do none of that. And I gotta really maintain a lie, like, that is more extraneous on the body than to do the actual shit. You might as well just stand beside it. So when I seen this nigga over here talking about yeah, I didn't hit this lady, I'm about to go to court, and this lady's like, yeah, he's lying saying that I hit him, and why? Yeah, because he doesn't want to go to jail. Like, I'm telling you, it's always in the demeanor. That's why for me, because I don't want her to feel like I'm bringing her up and I'm trying to be messy or speak on her name, or like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to, y'all know me, I try to be a little messy, but I'm not trying to be too messy. But I gotta give a shout out to Adria. She, I feel like, really allowed me to bring this issue that I do or I have to the forefront of, if I'm getting offended, it's because there's some truth to it. Even if it's like just a little bit of, I really had to separate myself from that offendedness, because I'm like, what is it about what the person is saying that's bothering me? You know what I'm saying? And on his based on his demeanor, you could tell she was more calm in the interview. She's not over there, this guy punched me, this guy did this guy punched me. She's just, yeah, he hit me, and he's telling people that I hit him, but I know he's only saying that because he's trying not to go to jail. Then the court Holcomb, man, this lady right now, she talking about, I did something to her. Oh, watch, I'm about to take her to court. I'm about to take her to this. And you would think, right, there's no way you have the gall to do some shit like that and then be on your own platform, like, popping it like that. No, this nigga was really so oblivious to his own, like, idiocy that he was really like, TMZ, y'all got me. That nigga literally said, TMZ, y'all got me. Y'all, he said, I done lost so many gigs. I done lost so many shows because of what y'all did. Wait. You lost so many shows because of what TMZ did, not because of what you did? Interesting. And that right there, folks, is where a lot of people think. Remember, I was telling you guys earlier in the episode, if the fact that we have a president that could post shit like that and then just come out and say, okay, so what, I posted something like that. I get a lot of videos every day. I didn't get a chance to check this one video. Nigga, you're the president. You should try to be a little more careful at least. Damn, my nigga, like, I don't, but, like, the lack of accountability. That's why when, man. Because I'm not going to make today a super long episode, to be honest with y'all. I had a bunch of topics, but honestly, I got class today. And I think it'll be more appropriate, or should we ditch today, y'all? Because I was able to, my teacher was sick on Tuesday, so part of me was low-key like, I don't know if I should go to class today. If you were sick on Tuesday, how are you going to be that healthy by Thursday? Like, if you were sick enough to when you want to, in a sense, call off. But between me and y'all, I feel like I love my professor. I feel like, because I don't know if I told you that, she used to teach online. So I feel like she kind of is like, I don't really fuck with this in-person shit like that much. Or let me not say that. Let me not put words in her mouth. But I think if she could have it to where we would only do like 1 hour in person and then go about our day, I think she would love that. You know what I'm saying? So I personally, between me and the podcast, I think she was on some shit like, I do not feel like going to work today. I'm going to just tell these niggas I'm sick and we're just going to just do it. And like I said, I didn't mind because the only reason between me and y'all, shout out to my professor, I always have to give, y'all know, I always give a disclaimer at the beginning of the podcast. But when I give these little disclaimers, it's because I imagine, right? Okay, so how I put it like this. I feel like I don't have that many. Hear me out, y'all. My reach hasn't really reached my community yet. I feel like, because I'm 32 episodes in, right? And I feel like the people that's really around me, they don't really watch me yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the niggas that really fuck with me is strangers right now. So that's why we locked in. Like, it's easy for me to, like, get certain shit off. But with the people that know me, I'm worried that if they do come across these stuff, they might take offense to it. I.e., Adria. And, like, because like I told y'all, and it's so funny because I don't know if, I don't got no reason to keep on here. I don't know if somebody told her that I was talking about her on the episode and that's why she went and tried to go up on me, because I really went back and listened to that episode and I low-key get that episode some clout because out of nowhere the episode has got like a whole bunch of views and shit. It's like at like 16 listens. So I'm just like, I don't know. You feel me? So just in case the people that are near me or that know me real life, come and listen to these podcasts, I don't be needing no offense and I'll be meaning no harm. You know what I'm saying? It's all jokes. The people that's listening, I just winked. So y'all not gonna know that I just winked. So wink, you feel me? Gotta just give that disclaimer. But I say that to say because like I said, I do follow my professor, so I'm not trying to throw her under the bus and I'm not trying to come for her or nothing like that. But I just see myself in her in the sense of like, she seemed really cool and I'm like, I wouldn't blame her if she was like, you know what, y'all, I do not feel like going to class this week. I'm finna just, the quiz is online. See you guys on Thursday. And like I said, between me and y'all, the only reason to really go to class is because of the quiz. So if you already may need a quiz early in the week, what real reason do I have to show up to the class? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just like, I'm kind of torn, because I'm like, I do want to go to class because I want to learn the information, but I don't have to go to class. I could just stay here and keep recording the podcast and keep talking shit with y'all. So I think I deny. So we're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna catch me in nothing. Anyway, you guys won't know what choice I made anyway till the next day. That's the best part about this. But I say that to say, Corey Holcomb, I ain't gonna lie, you low-key funny guy for that one. I ain't gonna lie, you're a funny guy. He said TMZ has ruined his career and he's unable to find work, and that his scheduled gigs have been canceled and people are refusing to book him. This comes after TMZ released a video of him punching a female comedian, Christina Payne. And you know what's funny? That's what it was that he was saying. That's what irritated me. I'm not gonna lie. It irritated me, but I guess it irritated me because of how true it is, I guess. We are in a society that, like, if niggas post that, oh, Caduce did something, nobody's gonna believe it. But if TMZ posts Caduce did something, people do believe it. So I didn't like that, how true he was. He was like, man, you know, it wasn't an issue till TMZ posted it. Like, he said it straight up. He said, once TMZ posted, everybody believed it. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. You are right, my nigga. Because, I mean, I know, in the sense of just, I know to believe TMZ because I know they have, like, a reputation they want to keep. That's why I believe them. I don't believe it just because it TMZ. I'm just like, no, these niggas make sure they do their due diligence. But I know people are like, when it was like a lot of people was passing away, they would wait specifically for TMZ to post that the person passed away before they would even believe it. And I'm like, okay, y'all, we are kind of losing the plot if we're on some shit where it's like, I ain't gonna believe something happened till TMZ posted. Okay, guys, let's get back to real life, guys. Okay. So yeah, so as you can see, Corey Holcomb, you one of them niggas too. You clearly checked out. And it's funny because he started dissing Joe Budden too. He's calling, I ain't even gonna get into that. But Joe Budden, he roasted his ass. And like I said, I'm usually the type of guy that's like, man, you know, stall niggas out. But he kind of deserved that, bro. Like I said, once you put your hands on a girl and you're not the victim, come on, fool. You are a bitch, respectfully. And like I said, I'm okay with me and niggas not seeing eye to eye with that, because I know there's really niggas that really feel passionate about it. And I ain't gonna lie, that to me is more scary. A nigga that really feels passionately about equal fights, equal rights between him and a woman, I ain't gonna lie, niggas like that, I kind of side eye you, because it's like, do you want to be a girl, gang? Because why do you feel so passionate about wanting to put your hands on a woman? Like, you really are some, because there's really niggas that's out here, not just niggas, but there's really people, guys, it's like, man, bro, so what? If a girl sees me, I'm hitting her too. I'm smacking her back. I'm doing it. And I was like, you said that with such conviction. Like, you said that no hesitation. You're not even gonna second guess. You don't got no sisters. You don't got a mama. Cause that, bro. And I'm saying this because, like I said, I know how disrespectful women can be. Low key, that's. When they say that's their go-to power move, that's their go-to power move. That's their secret. That's their ultimate ability. Call you gay. Talk shit about you. And I'm not sided with. I'm not condoning it. But we know women. Man, you gay ass nigga. You bitch ass nigga. You pussy ass nigga. You weak as fuck. You ugly. You this. Oh yeah, what's up? I'm gonna get some niggas to beat your ass. And I'm saying this as a nigga that's seen my mom being in the wrong and really been trying to argue with people. Even when she's in right, she be trying to argue. I'd be like, Mom, please. I literally be begging my mom, because I know if this nigga does something to you, I'm gonna have to teach him a lesson. Because, bro, my beautiful mother, I don't care. Let her just yell at you, bro. Just let her just yell at you, bro. Yes, with the accent and everything, bro. Don't touch her. Don't touch my precious mommy, bro. That's why I'm not gonna touch nobody's woman. That's why for me, exactly. I tell you guys all the time, I lead by example. I ain't gonna do it, so I don't want you to do it to me. I'm not some shit where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, so, you know what I'm saying? But if somebody do it to me, I'm like that. The only thing I probably like that with is maybe the gym. You know, people, like, I may not invite people to the gym, but I'll be wanting people to invite me to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. But generally speaking, I'm trying my best not to be a hypocrite, you feel me? So, like I said that to say that Corey Holcomb, you lost a lot of. I don't know if you want to say cool points. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't know you care about cool points, but you lost a lot of points by putting your hands on a woman, lying about it, and then when you get proven to be lying about it, instead of just, I'm not saying necessarily stand on business and say, yeah, I hit her, so what? But at least take accountability, show some freaking maturity. Like, that's what I'm saying, nigga. Don't you got a daughter? Like, bro, like, I don't know, but the real truth of the matter is, once men turn 30, their brains, unless they have a growth mindset, I think it just gets stuck. It gets stuck, and a lot of guys, they don't, you know what I'm saying, they stop learning after school. You know, for me, because I feel like I've been in college for such a long time, I've been having to learn outside of school regardless. I feel like I'm always learning. So even when I graduate now, I feel like I'm still gonna have that yearn for like knowledge and that craving for like, okay, what's next? Like, okay, I know I don't gotta go to school, but like, what's the next skill that I can acquire? Like, because I'm really telling you, like, the reason that America is where it is because we have a lot of people that are in power, a lot of people that are in position, that mindsets are stuck in their ways, and they don't want to hear no new information. They don't want to try to adjust or like get with the times, or they want to do it and stay the same course. How you want to change with the times but not really ready to like adjust? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, America, they want to preserve this whiteness, this, okay, you know what I'm saying? They want to try to stop, I guess, the white percentage from getting down. But in reality, it's like, it's you niggas that keep having sex with other races. You niggas that keep getting on other, I don't know, like, like that to me is so funny. It's like, they're making it seem like the black women, Hispanic women, Asian women are literally throwing their pussy at these white niggas or something. And if they are, then say no. Say I'm gonna go with Becky. Say I'm gonna go with Jessica. Populate. I ain't gonna lie. I've been having to change my mindset, and niggas know. My nigga Devin probably gonna be surprised at me saying this. I used to be very pro. I want to be black women with black men, black women, black men. I mean, I am. Y'all, I literally was just complaining not too long ago about the freaking one battle after another. How I don't like how. Okay, so let me put it like this. Representation matters to me. In real life, I understand that not all white guys are racist, and not all white guys are going to treat every black woman terribly. I realize that it's not all just, it's a lot of gray area. But I just feel like for representation, I would just prefer, right, in these productions, I guess, in these movies, these TV shows, and they would just show more, or they at least try, I guess, to show a little more black love. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. Maybe there is a lot of couples where it's interracial, a lot of black girls with white guys. Maybe that really might be the consensus. But can we show some black guys and black girls too? Like, can we show that niggas be in love? Just cause, like I said, I feel like now that we're on the day of the internet, we're in the age of the internet, and a lot of people are on there on their phones, and you know, we are getting out of this COVID. I'm telling you, all this started from COVID. A lot of these, like, because we was going cool to that pivot of like being in the house. We're kind of working our ways out of it. Now that we're trying to work our way out of it, I just feel like I said, people being on their phones, being so attached to like visual. We need to show them a true representation of everything. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just only showing people like, oh, hey guys, white guys be with black girls, white guys be with black girls. I feel like it's going to only further divide and the conversation of why aren't there black men with black women? And like I said, it'd be people in the comments that's like, no, there are black men with white women, with black women. But it's like I said, they're not represented as much. So it's like people are thinking that. And then if you are on the internet a lot, you are in places where you know you might be a little isolated. One might think, yeah, man, black guys don't be with black women. And it's like, well, no, they do. It's just TV shows just only show that for some reason. And maybe, like I said, you might as well get into acting. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need a fine looking nigga, just say that. I'm right here. I'm ready. Put me in, coach. But yeah, man. So no shout out to Corey Holcomb, because you don't get a shout out for putting your hands on a woman. Sorry. Keep your hands to yourself, brother. But I guess we could start talking, because what else did I have? Not gonna talk about this. We're gonna skip this. We're gonna skip this because I'm gonna wait for more information to come out. Academics did speak on it, but like I said, it's certain things that I try my best to, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a smaller platform. I ain't trying to get canceled too early. But recipes to take off. I'm gonna just say that. Little Baby is randomly, like I said, I try my best not to talk about just, you know, niggas. I'm not trying to be on some like hating shit. But apparently Little Baby, Keon White, was in a shooting that was tied to an argument with Lil Baby and his entourage. Allegedly. He says, "Thank you to everyone who has reached out with their prayers and concerns on my behalf. I've undergone successful surgery. For those who know me, y'all know this won't stop me from spreading peace and joy to the world. Full steam ahead. I'm in great spirits and ready to make the most of this offseason." So, NFL player Keon White is recovering after undergoing surgery for a gunshot wound following an alleged argument involving Lil Baby. And that's what sucks, right? When you the money maker, when you the face of a group, you could really not be involved, but niggas around you really just fuck shit up for you. Because I'm not saying Lil Baby did this thing, but like I said, y'all know me, I fuck with DJ Academics, and DJ Academics and Lil Baby have beef. So he don't fuck with Lil Baby, so he couldn't wait for something like this to come around. And so I'm just like, dang, like, it sucks that like when you're the face of a company or the face of like an entourage, if anything that goes on with it and you the only known nigga from there, they'll really put you on there. Because reasonably speaking, if I'm just going off a street code anyway, Lil Baby shouldn't be the one shooting anyway. So I don't think Lil Baby to be the one to be like, you know what I'm saying, doing that. But because it's this group, I guess they put in Lil Baby. So, you know, hope everything is cool. But according to the San Francisco Police Department, don't tell me this happened in San Francisco, because I'm like, you know, in Cali it's hard to have a gun out here, y'all. It's hard. So according to the San Francisco Police Department, officers responded early Monday to a shooting at a business on the 1700 block of Mission Street. When they arrived, So when they arrived, this is what it says, according to Shade Room. When they arrived, they found a 49ers player with a gunshot wound to his ankle. I'm saying never because I'm like, so he got involved in the shooting, he was there by himself? Brother, why are you by yourself? I know I be going everywhere solo, and it is by choice, but it's not by choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my nigga Devin and Donovan had my schedule, we'd be the freaking the Three Musketeers. You know what I'm saying? And that's because, like I said, we be landscaping. I told you guys, I don't know if I told you guys this, but I realized the last couple episodes, I was like, the reason I don't really hear my little brothers like that is because I be landscaping, and I do not be trying to expose them to that, especially because I know how much of a divide that caused in my family. Like, as a psych major and as someone that's been healing, I'm able to know where my trauma and my insecurities and all my shit, I'm figuring it out where it came from. I don't know all of them yet, and I don't know all my triggers, but I'm learning them. And I'm saying that because, man, I just have to be honest with myself about a lot of things, you know? And that's like I said, I know what I'm okay with sharing on the internet. Like, whatever I share, I'm okay with it being dissected. Like, I know if I don't want something dissected or I don't want to get too deep with something, I'm not going to talk about it. But I almost didn't know that. I'm not going to lie. I didn't just learn that just making videos, dropping stuff. I told you guys like a couple episodes, I said, I was ready to be the nigga that was going to be like, man, I see this video and this girl was saying this, but then I realized that's so reactionary. That's so quick. Like, if I do that, I'm leaving myself open to be scrutinized and attacked. Like, no. Get your prepare. The better you prepare, the better you can defend. And the better you defend, the better you can attack. You know what I'm saying? So, before you just go out attacking, make sure you get your defenses ready. And that's why I like my platform, because I'm like, hey, I mean, at least the way I've been going now recently, I've been doing my homework. I'm saying I got my topic list, you know what I'm saying? A nigga's been more prepared. I got my defenses ready, so I've been able to attack. That's why I could, you know, even though there's certain topics, I'm like, do I want to talk about it? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, because why not? If somebody want to argue with me in the comments, we could go in the comments. But I don't think I'll be saying I don't think I'll be saying nothing too crazy on here. And then, like I said, that's what I'm saying, allegedly to all of this, because like I said, even me, I don't think Lil Baby is like directly involved, but dang, imagine being part of Lil Baby's crew and now you getting Lil Baby in some issues. You feel me? Fuck. But nah, like I said, he was transported to a local hospital where he later underwent surgery. The San Francisco Standard reports that a verbal argument broke out between two groups inside the business before the shooting. The dispute allegedly involved White and Lil Baby after the rapper and his entourage attempted to enter White's private event. A witness reportedly went to get management to help de-escalate the situation and heard 2 gunshots. Police said an unknown suspect fired the shots, and the investigation remains ongoing. White later shared on Instagram that he is in great spirits and planning on making. So first off, I don't think there's going to be any like police thing. I think niggas gonna just like let it be what it be. I don't know. Because of course I know the dang, that's so crazy. The right thing to say is I want my boy to get some justice, but there's not no but. There's not no but to that. I apologize. I would like him to get some justice, and I would like to figure out more details about this, because that sounds interesting. Because, you know, most of the time with shit like this, when it's like on some shit where it's like, oh my god, like I'm hot, like this shit never happened. You know, niggas be they'll be like, oh man, like you know what I'm saying? Pretty much what I'm saying. It doesn't sound to me like he's on some shit where he's like, you know, I'm cooperating with the police. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to the bottom of this. It just sounds to me like he's like he's trying to just move on. You feel me? So it's like, hope he's okay. You know what I'm saying? I hope. I don't know, man. When it's shootings, bro, you never know, bro. You never know, because it's like, damn, my nigga. Not only was niggas in the crew strapped, but then it's like, nigga, you shot the football player, my nigga. Like, oh fuck, damn. Of all the niggas to shoot, bro. Fuck, man. I don't know, man. I wish niggas would just. I wish niggas would fight, bro. I really wish niggas was back to fighting, bro. Like, it's really trying times, bro. I think that's just really just the issue nowadays. Like, if people would fight more, and like, I guess embarrassment wasn't such a factor, and if you could really like, retaliation really wasn't like such a big deal, like having to get back, like, life would be cool. Like, I don't know. Cause that's really all it is, bro. That's really all it is. Like, okay, cool, you don't know how to fight, go learn how to fight. Okay, cool, you know how to fight, lose the fight. You know what I'm saying? And you figure out what you did wrong, so that way you can win the next one. You're only gonna get better at fighting by fighting. Like, if you never fight, you're gonna be a weak fighter. But I don't really see why I would want to take someone's life. I told you guys already, after Full Metal Alchemist, equivalent exchange. If I shoot somebody and I'm shooting to kill, it has to be because I felt like my life was at stake. Like, I felt like I was gonna lose it, so I had to save it. But if I'm just trying to take a life, I must be ready. I had to be ready to give mine up, and I'm not ready. I do not be ready to give my life up. You know what I mean? Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Monsieur, I'm recording right now. What's up? Happy birthday! I wanted you to be able to be on the podcast. That's why I answered. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm recording a podcast. You want to say hi?
Yo, what's up, podcast?
Yes, sir. It's my little brother's birthday, y'all. So I had to give you a shout out. So me. I didn't tell him where you are, so you don't have to dox yourself. But is this something you want to talk about? Like private? Cause I can stop the pod real quick.
Yeah, I'll text you.
All right, bet.
Yeah, okay, let's see.
Shout out to my little brother. Shout out to my little brother, man. Shout out to Mashir, man. It's Mashir's birthday, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what sucks? I'm a terrible giver when it comes to my freaking siblings, bro. Because they're just like me. We get ourselves so much shit that for somebody else to get us something, they just have to come and ask us. Like, when people want to give me something for my birthday, I just be like, just ask me. And you have to ask me in advance in the sense of like, ask me before I go buy it myself. Because there's a good chance I done already looked at it, seen the price, figured out. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm copping this, and I go get it myself. Nigga don't be having no time, and I do not be trying to be indebted to nobody. I don't even be trying to be indebted to myself. You feel me? No kizzy, no cap. So yeah, man. Shout out to Lil Baby. Shout out to Keon White. You know, I hope it was just a misunderstanding. It wasn't like something crazy, because that's weird. After the Super Bowl, nigga had a private party. Lil Baby's crew was trying to walk in. Somebody gets shot, and it's the person that's having the private party. Like, like, so you're telling me what? Niggas was at the party. Lil Baby pulled up, was like, you know what I'm saying? Twin, can we come in? And then it was like, nah. And it was like, hey, Keon, come here. Tell these niggas they can't be here. And niggas is like, what? Because like I said, it's like, I can only imagine words. I only can imagine freaking niggas was cursing at each other. We can't let words get us out of character to where we start shooting people, bro. We can't. Come on, bro. Niggas say you ugly, niggas say you a bitch, so what? Cool. Yeah, we gotta walk away, man. Especially, like I said, if I'm with Lil Baby, this is the money. We gotta protect the bag. I don't know. I just wish, I guess, niggas would just think of the after more in the moment than they do. But I guess that's why they call it hindsight, because you think about it later, and that's why you can reflect, because it's like, when you're in the moment, you're not able to reflect, I guess. It's just all going so fast. But rest in peace to Dawson Creek's actor James Van Der Beek, who has passed away. He passed away 22 hours ago, or they posted this 22 hours ago. Our beloved James David Van Der Beek passed peacefully this morning. He met his final days with courage, faith, and grace. There is much to share regarding his wishes, love for humanity, and sacredness of time. Those days will come. For now, we ask for peaceful privacy as we grieve our loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend. How old was he? He was, what? So, he passed away. He transitioned early Wednesday morning, according to TMZ. A post to the actor's Instagram confirmed the passing. While the cause of death has not been made public, in 2024, James shared that he was battling stage 3 colorectal cancer. He was 48 years old. Dang. Sending my condolences to him. May he rest in peace. Moment of silence, of course. Moment of silence for Lil Jon's son, too, as well. My apologies. Rest in peace to Nathan Smith. Rest in peace to James Van Der Beek. Man, life's so short, bro. Life's so short, bro. And I don't know, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting older. I'm just saying, like, is it that deep? Is it that deep, bro? We can't talk it out, man. I don't know if I told you guys, but me and Noah, we back cool too. On me, he came through to the house. We talked it out, and I pretty much was like, bro, you realize that this whole issue was pretty one-sided. Like I was saying earlier in the podcast episode, I was never offended. I was never really upset, so I never had to have no anger or no animosity towards you. Like, there was never nothing deeper inside. I was like, oh, I'm really mad. It was more so like, no, let's talk this out like man and really get to the bottom of it so we could solve it and move forward. And if not, then we could just leave it as is. Like, I'm not gonna beg no nigga to be in my life, but I'm like, nigga, you my cousin. Like, I love you, bro. Like, we cool. Like, if anybody fuck with you, I fuck with you. And I feel like I said, I just feel like we should be closer. But that's where I was like, I was wrong in the sense of I should have been putting more effort as well too. Like, I want to keep my relationships good. I want to keep my relationship solid. I gotta also put in effort. Like, I can't be thinking I'm the only nigga that needs to be checked on. I should be checking on them as well. But yeah, he came through. We talked it out. He was like, yeah, bro, like, we good? I was like, bro, come on, fool, you know we good, bro. Like, you know, like, all it would have took was a conversation or a phone call with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, with certain other people, the bridge is there and it can be fixed, but I think it's gonna be closed down type shit. It'll be, yeah, we could fix the bridge, but we might not be using that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh God. Or it's gonna be a very there's gonna be a curfew. There's gonna be a allotted time that it can be used. You feel me? Because certain people, y'all done broke the bridge too much. That is like, nigga, I don't, like I said, I'll build it with you, but I ain't gonna build it with you with a smile on my face. I'm gonna build it because I'm like, yeah, I'm a real ass nigga, and I just wanna, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do it with a smile on my face. I'm gonna just do it just to do it, type shit. But then, yeah, you know, speaking of the Super Bowl, we hear all these freaking, you know what I'm saying? We seeing America show their ass with how they really feel about Bad Bunny. I was at work during the Super Bowl. I'll just keep it a bean. Like, even as far, because I was gonna say, there's not really much of a daily recap or weekly recap this week, you guys. This is probably one of the first times ever where, I don't want to say it's like the first time ever, but I really, like I said, with the Do the Right Thing, I was focused this weekend. I had a lot of homework to do, so I was catching up on that. There was no movie, so nothing to go see. Like I said, just on Friday, I was still trying to upload the podcast because for some reason it was taking forever. Saturday, went to work, went home. Sunday, like I said, was a Super Bowl. Went to work, went home. Nothing really crazy was going on this weekend. You know what I'm saying? And then, as far as the Super Bowl goes, I tried to watch it at work, but it was only available on Peacock. I remember when it was easier to bootleg, you know what I'm saying, Super Bowl. When it was just easier to watch games and shit. You could just go on Google and be like, oh, Super Bowl this, and you could just watch it. No, I really couldn't. I really didn't watch. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I could have been. I didn't watch it. Even when I tried to watch it, I couldn't. Like, there was no free way to watch it. So I was like, that kind of weird. Kind of sucked. It's kind of odd. So I didn't get to see the halftime commercial. I mean, the halftime show. And then I'm telling you guys, times are changing. It sucks because there's an elephant right here in the room that I can't talk about right now. Like I said, y'all just stay down with your boy. We got about, I ain't gonna, like I said, I don't want to do that either. But I can't talk about it just yet. But there's an elephant in the room that I feel like is a big signifier for what times are, or what times we are in a sense of America, because this was the first time ever a Super Bowl commercial or a Super Bowl that the commercials was not like talked about. Like, bro, am I the only, or maybe I'm just not living, maybe I'm just not around the right people. The Super Bowl didn't really hit the same this year. Like, the only thing people really talked about from the Super Bowl was the freaking halftime show, for real. Most of the time they talk about the halftime show, the commercials, the game. Like, I ain't really hearing much about the game. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I already heard that the Seahawks is gonna win, and I love the Patriots, but I already heard that the Seahawks is gonna win. That it was like pretty much that it was gonna be obvious. So in my head, I'm like, if the Seahawks is gonna whip these niggas so easily, how did the Patriots make it? How did they make it to the Super Bowl if it was gonna be such obvious? Like, oh yeah, the Supers, they go against the Seahawks, they gonna lose. Like, I don't know, but you know, let's say the score. What was the score? I think it was 39 to 19. Super Bowl score. 29 to 13. Seahawks. Like, that was weird. First quarter, the Seahawks made 3 points. Second quarter, Seahawks 6 points. Third quarter, Seahawks made 3 points. Fourth quarter, Seahawks made 17 points. The Patriots only scored in the fourth quarter. Is that not sad? Like, dang, like, I think that's kind of depressing. Like, Super Bowl is never like this. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. On somewhere I was listening, I don't know where I was listening. Somebody was literally like, yeah, bro, you're gonna get blown out. It was like, bro, it's not gonna be like there was like something the Patriots are going to like put up a good fight, but they're going to lose. Like somebody already knew like the way they had said it, and I was like, I don't do sports betting anymore. But part of me was like, maybe I should bet on the Seahawks then. Like if it's that guaranteed, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't do it. I eventually didn't do it. Anytime I think about sports betting, like I said, for me, because this is my platform, this is my thoughts and opinions. I just feel like I would just kind of just be a hypocrite, and it's kind of like with my landscaping and alcohol. I do not be trying to promote that shit on here. You know what I be promoting on here? Health is wellness. I be trying to tell you guys to get in the gym, go work out. You know what I'm saying? Drink water. That's what I be trying to promote on here. That's how I be, trying to romanticize landscaping, romanticizing, you know what I'm saying, drinking liquor and shit like that. I don't try to romanticize or try to like highlight sports betting because I know those things are addictive, and I know that in the wrong hands it could be really detrimental. While we can easily say it's the substance, it's the this, sometimes it's the person, and sometimes you just don't need to introduce certain things to certain people. You know what I'm saying? So on my platform, I'm not going to try to like promote or introduce gambling to people because I feel like I might be talking to the young folk, and I don't need y'all to spend the little money that y'all have on some sports betting to the point where now you guys are over here like addicted, you know what I'm saying, and like any little money you have, you gotta put it on a game, you know. So that's not what we're doing on the Staydownla platform. No, sir. So no, I didn't put no money on the game. I was just trying to watch it, and I couldn't watch it. But like I said, from what I've seen, the game itself wasn't too much to write to home about. Apparently everybody in mind was offended by Bad Bunny because he did the whole performance in Spanish, and like I said, to me, I'm just like, if that's, I'm telling you, America, you guys are just showing your ass. If that's what was so offensive or such a problem with the Super Bowl was the fact that it was in Spanish, it's like, come on, y'all. Like, we're losing the plot. Like, you guys can't even hide it anymore. It's just like, yeah, we're just mad because he did it in Spanish. Is the Super Bowl like? I didn't know the Super Bowl was like some super duper Americanized event. They act like it's 4th of July or something. Like it's not freaking American Independence Day. Like bro, it's freaking the Super Bowl. If anything, the Super Bowl should be for niggas. It's all the black people, bro. The Seahawks had 3 Nigerians on the team. What are we talking about? The Super Bowl is already colonized by immigrants. If you want to say that, whatever you want to call it, it's already a mixture. It's already a melting pot. If you're gonna be mad at the freaking performer, and come on, y'all acting as if what has it been like 3 years in a row? Oh, the last 3 performances at the Super Bowl have been all Spanish speakers. Okay, maybe I'll be like, okay, you guys got a point. They have been only doing Spanish speakers. Can we get some English? Last year was Kendrick Lamar. This year is Bad Bunny. They're gonna give you an English speaker next year. It's like, okay, so what? Like, I don't know. I just look at it and then, as far as a company trying to appease to all my audiences, would that not be the goal for something like the Super Bowl? We would want, I would assume the Super Bowl would want to attract as many diverse backgrounds to come and watch them, even if it's niggas that don't fuck with football. So if the Super Bowl knows they could get more of a Latin audience by showing people like Bad Bunny or someone like that, Bad Bunny performing at halftime, why would they not do that? Like I said, it's just like, it's like I said, it's like me commenting on something about some blue pill shit. I'm really showing my ass. Like, I really don't fuck with this. It has nothing to do with me. I don't have to engage with it. I don't have to interact with it. But because I already don't like it, I'm even more mad. It's like, bro, no, nigga, if y'all don't fuck with the Super Bowl, you don't fuck with Bad Bunny, you don't fuck with Bad Bunny. But you guys don't fuck with Spanish speaking people. Yeah, that's really what it is. Y'all racism is showing. So it's like someone like Bad Bunny being platformed like that. It's like how could the Super Bowl do what? I didn't know until I was 8 years old when I found out America doesn't even have a national language. So English isn't even our national language. So it's like, wait, you niggas are mad this nigga speaking Spanish, but he has a right to. And then on top of that, Puerto Rico, all the Americas that he was talking about is part of America. So it's like, come on. That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, you know what? I gotta get out of my ignorance too, because I'm so quick to be like, man, black only. But maybe it's like, no, black and brown people, like, nah, we really do gotta, like, kind of come together, because I'm seeing now that, like, yeah, like, our plights aren't necessarily the same, but they definitely align a lot, because if they're treating them like that too, and they're treating like us, it's like, why would we not get together? But one thing, like I said, I'm not gonna try to be on some shit where it's like, I wish black people would do this more. It's like, no, one thing I do respect the hell out of them, the Latino community, nigga, they are, what? They are about it, because I feel like the way that Bad Bunny and all the people kind of came together for Bad Bunny, I wish everybody could have did the same with Kendrick, if that makes sense. Like, I wish all black people, like, we just all was like, yeah, like, we fuck with Kendrick. But I feel like the whole Kendrick thing was just, I don't think it's his fault. It's just hip hop. It's just a competitive sport. It's like, nigga, we gotta be the best. So it just became a West Coast versus East Coast type thing. And I'm like, why are we even doing this? Like, we should really just be all happy that Kendrick Lamar's performing, like, and he's, like, representing black people. Like, that's what we should be happy about. Because that's what I feel like Bad Bunny was really doing, and I think he really did a good job of. He just represented the Latino community. And he's, like, showed that. And I liked it because, I mean, of course I'm black, so I pay attention to more black people, but I did not know. I did not know, like, I didn't know that America was just, like, I guess, Latino. I guess, if that makes sense. And am I making sense? I hope I'm making what I'm saying makes sense, because I'm trying to say that sometimes, like, in my own community, I'm thinking, like I said, I'm just so pro-black. Sometimes I'm like, dang, I only see what black people got going on and everything like that. But when I was hearing how they were talking about it, I guess I got a sense of, like, deja vu. Like, yeah, like, see, this is how they talk about black people, too. Like, niggas can't do nothing. Like, every time we do something, it's like, oh, here they go, trying to do this. And it's like, I feel like with this is so obvious. It's like, you guys are mad because the niggas speak Spanish? Like, come on, fool. Get over yourselves, fool. Like, get over yourselves. Like, America, please, we gotta be better. We gotta be better, man. So, California was ranked worst on the dating app scene, you know. So I just thought that was interesting. This 16-year-old girl lied to get into a party at DDG's party. That was weird. And I, honestly, it's on her, but it's honestly on the niggas that around her too, because yes, she lied, but this girl looks so young. I'm so like, oh, brother, the internet, because I feel like, I remember, what was I saying? I was like, it's low-key weird as a guy if you see a young girl and you kind of like, how do I say it? Like, her attraction level shouldn't be like on some shit where it's like, oh, well, she looks this old, so that way you should, so like, she, like, if a girl is 16 and she looks 18, you shouldn't be like, oh, she's attractive, because like, oh, like, man, like, oh, yeah, I thought she was older, so like, they look young, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, pretty much saying, like, you could tell a younger girl, you know what I'm saying? And like, just cause you're saying that she looks a little older doesn't make it any better that you find her attractive, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's still kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, ask her age and be like, okay, you're 16, leave it alone. Don't even mention, don't comment on it. I feel like you shouldn't even have no, once you find out the age and it's not the right, you should just leave it at that. You shouldn't even be like, cause clearly, you know what I'm saying? It's just the times we're in. It's like seeing like the niggas, like seeing middle schoolers looking like high schoolers and shit. It's like, clearly we're in an age where the younger people, due to kind of like, you know, what we're feeding them, they're going to be looking a little older. But you still have to be careful. They're young. And this girl, like I said, in my opinion, she looked young. So I don't know how they even fell for this.
That's not cool, and I see that now. Nobody involved in Capaholics was aware of my real age, so they don't deserve any hate or any negativity. It was on me. I went to the party that was 15 minutes away from my house. Damn. And I was home by 10:30 p.m. I want to just say that...
How old are you? 20? I don't know, you can't drink though, okay?
Mind you, she's not by herself. So you telling me the homegirls, like, oh my god, bro. Yeah, it's to that point, y'all. Gonna have Star ID and everybody, y'all. Cause I'm looking at this shit like the Shay. You know, Shay, he look young, so he's probably like, man, everybody look like my age, but nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I low-key be doing like a tattoo test. I'm like, if they don't got a tattoo, they too young. Like, in my opinion, But I'm so old now. I'm 26 years old, so I feel like if you're not at least 21 and up, I can't even talk to you for real. I don't know. Like I said, I'm saying this. Like I said, this is all personal preference. It's just I just feel like we're just at an age where you got to be more careful, you know. And then like I said, it's not because even when I hear like the older people, like the older I'm gonna get, I'm gonna want an older woman. Like I don't know, I don't see how like I want to be 40 years old. Like I said with the Kevin Gates shit, I don't see how you would want to be old with a super duper young girl. What y'all gonna do? Man, but I told you guys with the niggas that get to be 25, I promise. When I turn as a 26-year-old, I feel 26 years old. I do not want to be the 40-year-old that's talking about something I feel 20. Well, like in the sense of like health, but not mentally. If I'm 40, I'm mentally 42. Like I don't get the idea of like, yeah, I'm 36, but I'm mentally I'm 27. I'm 22. Like I heard somebody say that one time. I was like, nigga, you of all the ages you could have said, you said like an age where it's like, nigga, you feel like what? You could be one of the kiddos or something. You could be with the young crowd. Nah, get your ass out of here. And y'all know I don't be trying to be on no age and shit, but it just be like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. And then like I said, how are you then gonna be able to blame the girl? You know, like you gotta just do your due diligence. You gotta just do your due diligence, bro. Because niggas be like, oh, she said she was this, bro. Did she have an ID? Did she have an this? Like, how, like, you know what I'm saying? Certain behaviors align with certain ages. So, like, was she acting like somebody that was 16? Okay, yeah. She said she was at home by 10:30. Like, because in the video, oh my gosh. And, because there's niggas that specifically go for the young girls on purpose, too. So they know, because they're more naive. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't want a naive person, I guess. Maybe that's me. But I guess because that's the way I align myself. I don't have to go for someone that doesn't know any better because I'm not trying to take advantage of anybody in the first place. You feel me? So, and you're not trying to take advantage. You can just be good. Because even as I'm saying this, it's like it's not too far fetched. It's not too hard to understand. Because in reality, the real issue is vetting how you guys are inviting people. How does she even get information to the party? Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess streaming, twitching, everything gets meshed into each other. But we're not gonna sit here. Like I said, I'm not trying to sit here and just chastise a young lady. I feel like at the end of the day, we just gotta just be more careful as men and just make sure that before we invite these girls into our places, then make sure they're the right age. That how'd you find out about this? And that, you know what I'm saying? Nothing that they don't want to happen doesn't happen. Nothing that you don't want to happen doesn't happen. You feel me? Just don't be on the horny shit. I always say it like that. Just fuck with who fuck with you. And in case a girl don't fuck with you, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. So yes. Well, I feel like right here, you know what I'm saying? That's a good place, you feel me? I could probably next week is gonna be, like I said, we're gonna have more stuff to talk about, more as far as media, because this episode was getting a little bit too messy for me. You know me, y'all know me. I like to keep it to where it's a little messy, but still informative and still about media, movies and stuff. There's not too much movies I watch, so I can't give you guys too much of that. And then don't really feel like I said, I talk about the real important shit, but it's just really just drama, you know. Glorilla versus her sister. I guess we could talk about that. That, I ain't gonna lie, like I said, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to give her more attention, you know. I guess what I could say, my comments about it would be, it's just so crazy the day and age of internet we are, and that's why like I said, I'm always done my podcast with a moment of gratitude, always positive and always just thankful, because we're just in a day and age where I'm telling you negativity thrives, hate sells, because you're not telling me that Glorilla's sister, or I don't want to disrespect her, Glorilla's sister comes out pretty much saying Glorilla don't help, Glorilla don't do shit for us, and now she's over here making $200K in advertisements and like ad deals and partner deals. I'm all for getting the money, but I'm just like, we're that starving for celebrities now that we're like, we're making people famous for just coming around. I don't. Like I said, I don't want to give this too much attention because I feel with Glorilla, and it's more sad if anything that like someone feels the need to want to like, because of y'all relationship being so detrimental and shit, that they have to come on the internet and diss you. Like, we're family, bro. We should be better than this, bro. We're blood, bro. We're blood. To the point where Glorilla had to really be on live with the mom on the phone talking about some, I'm good, y'all. Like, I don't, like, me and Glorilla are cool. Like, Glorilla, like, yeah. And that's why I fuck with Glorilla, too, because that's really what you're supposed to do. Like, you're not supposed to argue back and forth with them. Just hit them with the receipts. Okay, you say I don't support the family. You say that everybody's struggling. Let's get the person that you said is struggling on the line and let them speak for themselves. Because now Glorilla had to expose the fact that her sister left in mental hospital and so like that. And like I said, mental health is real. So clearly, maybe Glorilla's sister is going through some stuff mentally, and she just needed, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't know how to present herself. But the fact that she was able to come on the internet and like get platformed and make money off of it, trying times, y'all. And maybe I'm just jealous. Maybe I'm a hater. Who am I to say? You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that's weak. You know what I'm saying? We should be better than this as people. Like, the last thing we should be doing is tearing each other down. And the last thing you should be doing is like trying to tell me what I owe our parents when you don't know the relationship between our parents. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna stay silent on that situation anyway. Because I do feel like you kind of do owe your parents if they are good parents. Like I said, I can only speak for my parents. I'm the best parents ever. But my goal is to retire them. My goal is to put them in a position where they don't have to work anymore. So for me, if I do get some money, my parents are getting taken care of. Mando. But you can't speak for everybody. You know, you can't tell everybody what to do with their money. And what I feel like is getting more and more prevalent now, especially with just how the economy is going, these niggas do not be having money like that. And I'm not saying these niggas as in, you know, Glorilla and stuff like that, but a lot of people that we be thinking, okay, like, they're famous, they're rich and famous, like, they're famous, but they might not be that rich. They might not be that rich because they might just be able to take care of themselves, but might not be able to take care of a lot of people. So with that in mind, I just feel like, you know, just be patient with your peoples. And then overall, be nice to your family members because you never know when they're going to blow up. And the last thing you need to be doing is harboring any animosity on some, man, like, this nigga dude ain't giving me no money. You never know. I might be trying to get you some money, but it might just be hard right now. And to be honest, like I said, I feel like the type of person I am now with the whole content creation and stuff, you can't tell people what you're going to do for them. You got to just do it. Or you got to just at least have it ready. Because if you low-key be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this for you, and you don't give them like a set timeline, people be so thirsty for it. They just be wanting it right then and there. And, you know, people don't be grateful sometimes. So rather than have these people being in their feelings because you say you're going to do this for them, don't tell them till you have the finished product. You feel me? Just keep it to yourself, you know? So shout out to Glorilla and shout out to her sister, you know what I'm saying? I hope the family could get, you know what I'm saying, it all situated. And then shout out to Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl. You had a really good performance, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to America, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nigeria. Shout out to the Latino community because I feel like I'm learning a lot more too. I'm learning that, like, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like it's not one of those things where I inherently have, like, I don't have no issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a lot of Hispanic friends when I was in high school and when I was in middle school and elementary and stuff. Like I said, I told you guys, I didn't know what group to be with, to be honest. So I have friends from all over. So for me, I feel like I'm just learning, like, the difference. And I'm just, like, seeing how much we relate and how, like, seeing how a lot of the experiences that the Latino community was talking about with the Bad Bunny thing was happening. I'm like, I relate to that. I feel that. Like, I kind of match that. I was just like, why don't we more, that's what I'm saying, like, I don't know. I feel like it's so crazy how even us minorities, we have the audacity to be hating each other when we get proven or reminded time and time again the real hater is in control and they hate all of us. Like, why we hating one another? We should be hating the system that they put us in to fight to hate each other, like that shit. Even when you just think about the movie Do the Right Thing, like, nigga, we literally need each other. Let's just put it like this, because if not, man, I don't know what we're gonna do. But This has been your boy K Stacks the P. This is episode 32. Episode 32 of the Staydownla podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thank you to all the haters. Thank you to all the people that hate listen. Thank you to all the supporters, because you guys are not fans. You guys are fam. Thank you all to Scorpions. Like I said, once again, we done made it to 100 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know about y'all, but hey, it was a long time coming, but I knew it was on the way. I knew it was on the way. Stop playing with that boy. But like I said, it's your boy KSP. This has been the Staydownla podcast. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I love you all. Peace.